So yeah, no, I'll make those adjustments later on. They'll be reflected in the next XP chart. What? So Matt's confusing me. He says he is coming in if I can figure out how to write him back into the story.
I was
Resurrection.
Okay.
All right, I'm just going to tell him log in.
Was he just not here last week?
I don't know. Was he? Wasn't he? I thought he was.
I wasn't here last week, so you're going to have to put me back in.
Oh, I'm sorry. If you're not here, we can't do it.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, his is here.
No, I don't think
That
he
was.
was.
Oh, last week was a little short, wasn't it?
Yeah, he wasn't here. Rendell wasn't here. Yeah.
Ah, gotcha.
Last
All right.
week
So,
was A-Team, wasn't it?
well, the last time we played B Team, I think.
Played.
All right, hold a moment and let me find a. Oh, that's the wrong one. I should get these. Here I'm spinning up. There we go. Okay. Where is
Guys, hear me?
Yep.
You sure can.
Cool. Can you see me?
Was this
no.
Tommy?
Nope, I just see black on your screen.
I'm not sure why that is. Ugh. Sorry. Not
What,
sure.
you look just like me.
Yeah, Chuck does.
Yeah, we're used to it now. I mean, I keep putting you on the wrong things, dude. I can't do that. All right, here we go. So they
Eric,
got
move the slider over your camera.
Sorry, what's that?
Move the slider from over your camera.
Move the slider from over. Oh,
I saw him earlier, so
it
it was working initially when he first jumped on.
with you. All right, cool. So while we wait for Matt and whether he's going to show up or not, quick rundown of last time. So I'm sure all of you guys read my recap from last time, which just screamed out Creative Writing Project. Last time you guys found your way into what looked to be, it was a tiered area, literally filled to brimming with these soldiers, these ancient Gebite soldiers that may be undead, maybe not undead, but certainly under the control of other people. You also discovered that there was a guy dressed far differently who seemed to be releasing these soldiers from this blue glow, this some sort of stasis glow that they were in. And he was releasing them one at a time. It looked like a laborious process, but that he'd had maybe 8 to 10 of them already released, and was working on another one. You guys attacked from range, while your melee guys ran down there and attacked. A battle commenced, a historic battle commenced, in which there was ups, downs, sidewayses, but ultimately you guys were victorious and defeated both the dudes running around and the sorcerer or incantationer or whatever he happened to be, despite what was some pretty significant magical fights and the protection that he had and all those kind of things. So after defeat, several of you went around and began killing the men in stasis. So Fiat and I believe Rindle especially would be walking through the tiers, either slicing throats, or in Fiat's case, slashing femoral arteries, and essentially going around to these, over 100 dudes, and making it so that they could not be brought back or out of this status. You guys, I think, also were able to collect a little bit of loot, which I'm sure I gave before the end of the night, and distribute it somewhat. But then as we start tonight, we find ourselves with a couple of things. One, you're not entirely sure to what comes next, but two, especially if you're not entirely sure what comes next from the people of Geb's Rest. Remember that Geb's Rest was emptied of people, and you haven't found those people yet. But even more so, or at least important,
They were probably brought to another dimension and turned into warriors.
Whoops. I don't know that. Now these guys look like they were ancient. They've been here for a while. But the other thing that you did not find was the fourth book. Rijanna's fourth book, which is the thing that you were asked by Bashir to bring in.
The reason we're still here.
Right.
The reason we're still here.
The reason you're still here, because inside that book, you hope, is the key that allows you to leave this pocket dimension and go back to reality, to the prime material plane. So at this point, what do you guys think? What are you guys going to do to try and figure out what comes next? Because right now you're just standing here in the dark in this pocket dimension with a bunch of slain Gebite warriors standing around.
Well, we have to keep Don from giving his balls a head.
Okay, we'll do that.
Hi, all. Can you hear me?
Hey, there's Matt.
Matt.
Rindle has returned.
Welcome, good sir.
Oh.
And we can kind of see Matt. Well, we can see some like backlighting.
Did you see
I don't
me?
know what he's doing. We can kind of.
I just see some backlighting.
There he is.
Alexa, turn on retreat. Ah.
There he is. Awesome.
So
Alexa,
what did we
turn off
find
retreat.
on, the sorcerer that was resurrecting? I know we gave him a search, but
Well, let me see what you found on him. Or Mike, you may have that already.
I was looking at my character. I've got some stuff written down, but
But no book?
Well, no book of here we go. No fourth book, no Rijannian book. He did have a couple of things on. He was wearing plate mail.
okay.
A single gauntlet.
I don't have any of his stuff then.
Okay, you don't have it. What was the last thing that you have written down for loot on?
I've got 2+1 scimitars. I've got a masterwork silver dagger, composite short bow, strength +2, some potions, about 1,600 gold pieces, ever burning torch, outfit +1 diplomacy.
All right,
These are things
apparently
that-
I
these are things
did
that are
not
part
give
of-
you his.
Yeah, these are things that are part of party booty that have been there for a while. This isn't something I got recently.
All right, so
Those
this
are
guy
things
has a
that
variety
came off
of
of
different
what's his
stuff.
name?
I'm sorry, what's that, Chuck?
Most of that stuff you just read off is what came off of Kazir.
Oh no.
Oh, is it? Okay, so that's the last time I took notes on party booty was when, yeah,
That's awesome.
when he passed away.
Looted your own dead.
Awkward. This is awkward.
It is kind
That was
of
awkward.
Yeah.
No, it's not awkward.
It's not looting, it's salvaging.
It's
In black,
yes.
in
But
black
Mike-
Sharpie on the inside of the armor, it says property of Kazir with the A backwards. Or whatever it is.
Oh, I've already
Okay,
scratched
backwards.
that off.
But thank you for bringing up that painful moment.
Paper- While you're at it, why don't you give me a paper cut and pour lemon juice on it?
All right, so looting the guy, the sorcerer. So the just to clear out, the warriors themselves have basically the same stuff. Now it's all masterwork. There's scimitars, there's spears, but they're wearing that sort of ancient style armor, which is not masterwork, it's just regular armor. But their equipment is all good quality, but it's all mundane. This guy has a very different kind of deal. So the first thing you pull off of him is a cloak, which radiates magic. He has plate mail on underneath that cloak.
Oh, I want the plate mail.
He has a single gauntlet on.
Okay, I remember you talking about that though.
Yeah,
Okay.
we got that because it was given to me. It's a gauntlet of ogre strength +2, but it's right hand only.
Correct. He has a magical heavy shield. You get that?
Nope.
He had a magical ring. And in a baldric on his back, he has a bastard sword that also radiates magic. And he's wearing a small medallion that radiates magic.
With that much gear, he's got to explain to somebody on a higher plane how he lost to us.
And he has a small scroll case made of bone.
Okay. I remember talking about some of this stuff, but like I said, I don't have any of this written down.
Okay.
Because I
think
remember,
Mom had taken the bastard sword too. She's
Yeah.
got the bastard sword.
right, because it was like a +2 bastard sword, wasn't it?
Yeah. Yep.
That is correct. No, it's +1 bastard sword.
What was the ring?
Protection +1. I feel like there was some argument about this.
Yeah, you know
Well, hell,
what?
everybody wants that.
I remember that too because we were comparing armor classes, And
Yeah, I think I might not have anything because everything got.
Distributed it all, yeah.
Does,
Everything got passed out.
does anybody have a new set of full plate?
No, I got nothing. I don't think I can wear full plate.
And
Yeah,
who
Riddle's
got,
wondering why he can't move in his full plate.
It's because you got the full plate.
who got the magic heavy shield?
I don't know that anybody got that either.
Yeah, so I don't think we. I don't think we.
I don't think we divvied it
finished
up.
tuning everything out.
Okay.
Okay, so the bastard sword's gone. I'll delete that.
The gauntlet's gone.
The gauntlet's gone. Okay, that's gone. Delete that. What was the? Hey, let's tell. What was the cloak?
Cloak of Resistance +1.
What kind of the strength resistance? What?
It adds 1 to all your saves.
Yeah.
Well,
It's a nice item.
Let me check something. 'Cause I
Auction for
have,
that?
on my sheet, I have the cloak resistance +1. Let me check something here.
That's a nice item.
Les, was the medallion a +1 natural armor?
yeah, that was natural armor.
No, it wasn't. It was a Periapt of Wisdom +2.
I got it.
You have
Okay,
that?
yep,
I
okay.
have.
Yep,
I
you
thought
got
that was something. No, I have that.
Okay, I deleted that one. Okay, the Ring of Protection. Don, do you think you've got that?
No, Don had the cloak.
I think I have the cloak.
You
I'm
got the
checking
cloak?
some stuff.
Okay, who would have got the Ring of Protection +1?
Check Llama's sheet.
I'm
I think
looking.
Nolan might have. He's got it. He's got a ray of
Oh, I
protection.
don't see it.
Okay.
Okay.
I've got a sword, a morning star.
Did anybody take the +1 light fortification full plate and the heavy steel shield?
No.
Okay.
I don't know if we got anybody that can use that. Oh,
I'm a human cleric. Can I use it?
Sure.
You're going to use it,
That
right?
is only medium armor.
I've got a strength of 11 though.
Yeah, you don't want to do this then.
You wouldn't
You don't
really
want
be able
that.
to move much.
Yeah, it might slow you down a bit.
Yeah, and I already okay.
I did not recently get a ring, but I did recently take a cloak. So I've got the
Okay.
cloak resistance +1.
And I can use the armor and shield.
And Llama does have an amulet of natural armor +1 and a bastard sword +2. That's it.
Well, you're front line. You should probably give her the
Yeah.
ring, unless it doesn't stack. But
Okay, so the last thing I've got then is the shield +1.
Oh, a ring of protection. There is. Maybe I do have the ring. Oh, that's.
Bjorn, do you use a shield?
No, because I use a two-handed longsword or long spear.
Huh, it actually-
Bjorn, does Bjorn do it?
Yeah, I have a heavy shield, so
Okay.
that's what I'm saying. If nobody else can use the shield, then I can use it. And if, depending on what the plate is, I already have +1 full plate.
Oh, you want this one.
So if somebody else can use the armor, but I don't know how many people we have that could actually wear full plate. The clerics can if they're strong enough to.
No, the clerics top out at medium armor.
Oh, do they? I'm sorry. I thought they could wear heavy armor.
So
You could
it
mail it to
also
our other campaign.
it's +1 light fortification full plate. So a suit of armor or shield that has light fortification on it produces a magical force that protects vital areas of the wearer more effectively. When a crit or sneak attack is scored on the wearer, there is a chance that the crit or sneak attack is negated and the damage is instead rolled normally.
25% for light.
25% for light fortification, which means if you get critted or sneak attacked,
You got a 1 in 4 chance of it going away.
yeah, you got
Yeah.
a 1 in 4 chance of it. No, well, it doesn't go away; it just becomes a regular hit.
I mean,
Right.
Llama just to start her dresses. I don't know if she really wants to go all the way into full plate.
But, yeah, I would put the full plate.
Barbarian.
Yeah, you
And-
can do it.
A cleric could wear heavy armor if they take the feat to wear it.
Right.
Yeah, Marshall. Yeah, the armor feat.
And actually, you know what? Chuck, do you ever? Okay, no, a different campaign. I was gonna say if we had a cleric that never fought, you could wear the plate and get the full benefit without the feat. You just take a -2 or -4 to all your attacks.
Yeah, no, that's Lothar from the
That's
other from
Lothar.
A team. No, this guy's the full
Yeah,
plate.
you got the tank, the super
Yeah.
The
Yeah, you
tank.
can mail it to Flashart. He'll love it.
tank.
So if nobody else can use it,
Yeah, take that armor,
and,
Chuck.
and put
I'm gonna put your +1 plate here in the party booty then.
right, and it's called light fortification.
Yep.
Light fortification, right?
And then the shield, what, +1?
Shield +1, take that. And
+1 heavy steel shield. Yep.
Okay.
what were the scrolls? Did we
There's
I
two
didn't-
scrolls.
We're doing a whole bunch of spell checks to ID all these stuff.
Two scrolls. One of Flame Strike. One of Ice Storm. Eric, say something.
Hey,
There he is. All right, yeah, you fixed your technical problems.
Yep.
We can see you and we can hear you.
The scrolls are probably either going to have to go to either Don or Matt.
Both of those are arcane spells.
Yeah.
Do you guys want to just split them up and take one or the other?
Sure. You want to take one? Your choice, Don. I'll take the other.
What was the first one?
Flame strike.
I'll take Flame Strike.
That's a classic. And the other one is what?
Oh, ice shield? No.
Ice something.
IKEA? What?
Ice Storm, sorry.
Ice storm.
I thought you guys were talking amongst yourselves as opposed to talking.
Ice Storm.
He did the
Okay.
job and everything. Now he's blowing us off.
Hey, when do you start, buddy?
May 2nd. Hey, and thank you, Matt. So I forgot to tell you guys, it was Matt who put me in touch with the guy who gave me this job. So I owe Matt a really nice bottle of scotch and a thank you. Thank you, Matt. You got me hooked up, man.
I asked for 50 experience points for Flash Art. That's all I asked.
I'm giving him 100, and I'm taking it from Mike Phillips.
Mike.
It was my pleasure, man. And of course, guys, this is how it happened. I was at a networking event in San Francisco. And it's like 11 o'clock at night, and somebody's lamenting, and I'll have somebody for a roll. Like, I know the guy. And I've had like 4 or 5 drinks already. But I sell less hard for the next 20 minutes or so, and apparently it worked.
Yep.
That's a good friend.
Yeah, they hooked me up. So Matt is my guardian angel in this regard. So thanks again, man.
All right, come to New York soon, and we'll hang out.
Definitely. You know what?
Lovecraft.
I promised Annie that you and I would take her to Lovecraft's if it's still open.
Deal. If not, there'll be other even more demented bars to find. It's New York.
Perfect. Well, and so Don, I sent you the recipe for Death in the Afternoon. I don't know if I ever told you guys this story, but Matt and I spent a quality afternoon and early evening in a place called Lovecraft's in Alphabet City in Manhattan. It's a H.P. Lovecraft themed bar.
This is where they have the absinthe, isn't it?
Yeah, so we had Death
Absinthe and Lillette. Yes, I'm ready for it.
Don,
in the
I think this
Afternoon.
is your recipe for camping. I think you need to be responsible for that for camping.
It'll be there.
I also sent you a recipe for what's something called a necromancer,
Yes.
which also has absinthe in it. So yeah, we're gonna definitely have to hook that up. But
Yeah, there's something disconcerting how it looks.
but yeah, Matt and I spent some quality time there drinking absinthe and champagne and eating tater tots. It was fantastic.
And you can imagine the two of us running our mouth at the bar with a Russian bartender who she had zero interest in our conversation or anything we had, any witticisms we had to say.
We thought we were being charming as hell, and this tall, foreboding Ukrainian bartender was just like,
So
whatever.
you were tipping.
Yeah.
Well, we were drinking and tipping, but
Yeah, so she was.
Typical
Yeah.
Americans.
she was not having any of our
Yes, she was not having it.
Yeah.
All right.
So
Back to the game.
Is that all that stuff? Have you decided to get what?
Everything except for we got extra plate mod, but I've got it in party booty, so we're good to go.
Beautiful.
So
Okay.
does this wizard have any tattoos or anything unusual?
Like on his body? No, not really. I mean, he had so he does have one thing I didn't mention is, and you have to sort of pry down. You only really find it once you take his armor off. Underneath his armor, he obviously has this sort of like underclothing. You're not naked in your armor, obviously, because that would chafe.
With tape.
Was it clean?
Yeah,
His mother made sure he had clean underwear on?
absolutely. But he does have a small medallion on a chain. It doesn't radiate magic, but does seem to be made of maybe copper or something like that. And it does have a strange sigil on it. Yeah, it could be a holy symbol, but frankly, if somebody wants to pop off some knowledge religion, we'll take a look there.
Yeah.
Let me see what I got.
I know Rindle, took a few weeks off in his campaign, but where we are now, we're able to cast spells fine, right? I know for a while we had a big pile of scrolls. Speaking of which, I'd like to give everybody a chance to be a verm at one point, and I wrote like 15 scrolls of magic missile. I'd like to pass one out to each member of the party that they can try to be their own verm move later.
Great.
That's hysterical.
All right.
Last I rolled a 27 on a knowledge religion.
Yeah, so at 27, so Phineas, honestly, you have no idea what this thing is, and Lama, you have even less of an idea. But Snapper comes through and goes, this reminds me of something, and you kind of look at it, and it looks like a very stylized version of an Asmodeus symbol. So you think that maybe this was maybe an Asmodeus worshiper you think that this guy was from a long time ago, trapped in this area somehow. But yeah, the symbol is reminiscent of ancient cults of Asmodeus.
I'm wondering how this mage got into this pocket plane in the first place, and I wonder if this Asmodeus link is a clue to that, and maybe it's the way to get back to where the fourth missing book is.
Well, they created the planes, didn't they, Les? Didn't these people create the pocket plane?
Yeah, so the Gebites, so they were masters of creating these pocket dimensions and stuff like that. And when the Gebites and the Nexians went to battle with each other, they had weaponized this technology. I think when you guys talked last, you had come around maybe to the idea that this was like a soldier storage area, that if you had the key to get in here, you could release these guys and, sort of conduct a sneak attack if you were in the right place.
I got it. All right. Okay.
But how this guy got here to start releasing these guys, obviously he's Gebite. He knows how to release these soldiers. I mean, he has that knowledge. But then there's the question of, well, who released him? I think Fiat might be onto something here in that we don't have a prime mover here, or at least if we have one, we haven't seen him.
Work a man with a badge to the right pocket to do his job.
Say that again.
Isn't he just a working man with a badge to get to this pocket and do his job?
We don't know. I mean, theoretically, maybe Snapper can ask him a few questions. Or
there's no structures around here or any
No, as far as you can tell, the environment here very much mimics the environment that you were familiar with from being in the Gebite Desert. Sandy ground, rocky. The tiers that these guys are standing on are rocky. It doesn't strike you, if this is a manufactured area, it doesn't strike you as the idea that they put a lot of time in making it really super different from their native environment. In fact, it's very reminiscent of you remember when you first transported here, there was the stele, and you did the spell, and it transported you to a place that looked almost exactly the same as the place you came from. It was just different. No stars in the sky, no moon in the sky, very dark. And the stele at the location that you transported to looked new, as opposed to the stele in the original place, which was at Rijanna's campsite, which looked worn, weather-worn, and sort of old.
Don, did the spell you cast using that stele, did it have like a location, like a marker, like did it say go to this point, or when you did it, did you see anything?
Did the spell I cast do that? No. I can do a Knowledge Arcana or Knowledge Planes. Which one do you think, Les, to see if I know anything more?
Try Knowledge Arcana first.
I mean, it seems like there's going to be more than one location from these stelas, so I'm just thinking, whatever you cast, it should have had a marker or some kind of sign of, we're going to go to the storage place with the dead guys. I mean,
you do not remember there being any particular language. Obviously, these incantations, these spells are written in magical language, which is not necessarily literal. I mean, when you cast Fireball, the verbal spell components of casting Fireball is not, I am going to cast a fireball now, that kind of thing. It's not what's written. it's magical language. You don't recall there being anything in the incantation, which was quite lengthy, by the way, of it saying, you'll be transported, or this is you're going from point A to point B, or anything like that. It was written in magical language, and it was an incantation. It was thaumaturgical.
So is it just kind of desert as far as the eye can see?
Yeah, it really kind of is. I mean, I don't know. Try, you know what, Leonard, try knowledge planes, or anybody who has knowledge planes. Give me a try knowledge planes. Give me a knowledge plane skill. I think, Phineas, you have knowledge planes, don't you? Let's go.
Yes, I do.
I do.
33.
Holy shnikes, a nat 20 on the knowledge planes check.
I take it his a roller of mine.
6, not even enough to aid.
I aid Matt.
Perfect. All right, Matt, you have an 8 now.
I have an 8 now.
I want to see Phineas's, because he might be able to bum rush Leonard's show in this regard. Although nat 20 is going to be hard to beat.
Doubt it.
Let's see what we get.
Oh,
that one. All right. So Leonard is thinking about this. He spends a fair amount of time thinking about this, and he finally sort of starts talking. And it's not even like he's addressing anyone specifically, but he's sort of like talking it through in his head. And he's like, he's saying things like, okay, the camp out stele matched the stele here. The environment was the same here. We're if the environment mimics what we looked at before, and he's kind of walking it through in his head. The mimic kind of, if we went back, maybe these tiers would be in the desert, because we don't know that that's the case. Maybe that was just there. Maybe this pocket dimension takes the sort of imagery from the location that it's at, that it's somehow connected to that stele for sure. Well, we're about a day and a half from Geb's Rest, and he kind of looks up and he goes, I wonder if we walked a day and a half in that direction, we wouldn't hit some sort of mirror image Geb's Rest. Maybe, and then you see his eyes kind of go wide. He goes, well, maybe that's where it is. Maybe that's where all the people went when this was activated.
Well, I'd kind of like to go back to the road to see if those archers were there, just to kind of half confirm this. You know where he fought the invisible cats?
Yeah.
There's those broken arches over the road.
Okay. So you want to try that first?
Yeah, I want to go in that direction and then go back to the rest there, the town from there.
All right. So
doesn't someone in our party have a familiar, a bird or something?
Oh yeah, I do.
What's your familiar? What do you have?
Silver Raven.
Oh, Raven. That's okay. So do you want to? Can you talk with it? How many archers are there? 300.
It can understand me, but apparently I don't speak Raven. But I'm sorry, who in our party speaks bird?
Don does, because
I'm fresh out.
Air elemental speak the same language as birds.
That's a good point.
Okay.
That's the logic you used last time.
Yeah,
that is true.
I think it is. It's like Aryan or something like that.
Avian, yeah.
Avian.
And Don, your Leonard does indeed speak Avian.
Oh yeah. I speak
right.
elemental languages.
So ravens are incredibly intelligent birds. So yeah, I mean.
Well, even if he says, yeah, there's 300 arches, there's arches then.
Yeah, because most of the arches you saw before were broken down and busted. All right, so you're gonna send him out to do that, Phineas?
Sure. Yeah, maybe I should just give the Raven to Leonard, since obviously my Raven likes it better.
Well, next time you get some skill points, you're gonna have to put some in linguistics or biolanguage or something, so you can speak to him too.
Because I just know they're talking about me, and it's driving me crazy.
No.
You go to Leonard like, what'd he say? What'd he say? Is he like?
Yeah, we'll send the Raven.
All right, cool. So the Raven, Leonard, you hear Phineas say, does Raven have a name, or is it just Raven?
It's Poe.
Oh, very nice. That's so Raven.
It's a magic item. It's not a familiar. Oh,
that's right. Okay. So, all right. So That's right. It's a medallion, isn't it? Or
No, it's this little statuette.
of
I think.
statuette. All right. So
That's pretty sweet.
I had forgotten all about this. It speaks common when it speaks to you. So you say, Poe, I want you to fly that way until you and see if you find a road. If you go more than about 10 miles and do not find a road, return to me. And he's like, okay. And off he takes off.
He speaks common, but he also says,
He speaks bird too. He speaks bird too. So he's back pretty quickly, maybe 10 minutes. He comes flying back, lands on in your arm or your palm of your hand or however ravens land. He's like, there's a road just across the way. It's not very far, perhaps
300 steps.
400 wingspans, maybe. That way, due east.
That'd be about the right distance.
It would be, because remember her camp. So if you think about it from a spatial standpoint, the road went past her camp. You went about 200 meters out to her camp. Now you've come this way. You may have come over here. Its wingspan is about a meter. So it's saying that about 400 meters to the east is a road. And Leonard, I assume that you ask it, are the arches standing? And it's like, yeah, the arches are fine. That kind of thing. Hey, I don't know what a raven has said,
Well, let's go.
He says there are arches there. There are arches there. They all seem to be intact. This seems to be confirmation of your theory, or at least in part.
Yeah.
Well, let's hoof it.
If that's the case, do you want to hoof it on the road? Do you want to go to the road and go that way? Because that road goes right into Geb's Rest, at least in the prime material plane it does.
I'd prefer the road because we wouldn't have to worry about navigation then.
I agree.
We wouldn't have to worry about missing by 1 degree off if we travel a day and a half,
I agree.
All right.
All right. So you guys go back to the road that the Raven has pointed out, that Poe pointed out, and then you begin to head south on the road. What the? Sorry, there was a spider on my ankle. I know, this is the kind of thing that happens to me.
My summon miter spider still worked.
Apparently. I'm worried that I knocked him into my slipper, so that might be... I may be jumping up here in a minute. So. Oh, no, the venomous ones are outside. So, all right, so you guys go... Do you guys all go clank over across the sand over to the road and then head out on the road?
Yes.
Yes.
And start traveling south?
Yes.
Any dissenting opinions?
Let's go.
All right. All right, so you guys get to the road and begin heading south. Now, keep in mind that...
As I said, I'm handing out 1 magic missile spell to each of you. How many are there? 7 of it?
There's more, actually. Leonard, Bjorn, Lama, Nolan, Sven, Beltran, Snapper, Fiat, and Phineas. There's 9 of you.
I'm assuming Leonard, you do not need a magic missile scroll.
Ouch.
Well, he has his own. I'm happy to give you one.
Can Llama use
Well, most
magic
people
missile?
can't use that,
I was going to
Matt.
say, can I use it?
Oh, I thought everybody could use it. I apologize.
Well, so technically you might be able to use it using use magical device skill.
Yeah.
So, which is kind of...
Which they have no skills in.
Which they might not have any ranks in. So,
Is there a chart on it if they fail and it blows up in their face?
I imagine we can make something happen.
Let's get a chart for that.
Use a scroll is 20 plus the caster level. You scribe these scrolls. What's your caster level?
5.
5. So the DC on these scrolls, for those of you who are not casters, is 25.
Yeah,
Ouch.
I get plus
I
0.
apologize. I'll find something else to gift the party.
He hands
Give
them
those
out.
back.
Can
It's
you
like-
make it a wand? If you do a wand, can you operate
It's
a
the
wand?
same thing. It's still a use magic device. Unless
Yeah,
you're-
using wand is a DC 20, so it'll be easier to use a wand than a scroll, but it's still you still have to use the.
All right. Somebody pulls. One of the other
Chuck's
spellcasters
exactly right.
If you
pulls
need a
Rindle
wrist-
aside to explain to him how this works.
Is that?
Speaking of that, though, Matt, here, let me show you how it's done. I made 35 Cure Light potions that I can give to everybody. I never got around to doing it. So if everybody wants to take like 5 Cure Light potions, you'll all have a stock of those. if you need
Everybody, look under your chair. You get a cure light potion. You get a cure light potion.
Thank
All right,
you,
I'm taking-
Oprah.
5 cure lights. Is that 1d6?
it. Let me see how many we got here. So we got llama, 1, 2,
Got 10 people, or not 10 people, including yourself, I believe.
so 9. What's 9 times 5?
35.
Okay, so that's exactly that. So yeah, you can all get 5.
All right, done.
Wait, 5. We each get 5 cure light wounds.
Potions of cure light, yeah.
So if I want to get something, I can't give him a wand, I can't give him a scroll, but I can make a talisman or something, right? Or some sort of.
If you make a wondrous item or give them a potion, anyone can use those.
Okay.
Next
Thank
thing you
you.
know, I'll be handing out Christmas cards from the Human Fund.
Leonard's pulled Rindle aside to explain how magic works. All right.
I appreciate the effort, but you're screwing this all up.
So, all right, so you guys get to the road and you begin traveling. Now, remember, the environment is not like the prime material. It's dark here, and although the road is pretty easy to follow, it never really gets light. So you guys got, I assume, torches or light spells or however you guys want to work it, so that those of you who don't have dark vision can still see. Who does have dark vision? Anybody? I know Lama has low light. Lama and Leonard have low light.
I have low light, but not dark.
Beltran has light or dark vision.
That's right. Beltran is Asmar.
Half elves are low light, right?
Correct.
I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think only dwarves have dark vision. I think that I'm aware of.
Hobbits.
Hobbits
I
have
thought half orcs were dark vision.
Half orcs and dwarves have dark vision.
Yeah.
Okay.
And half dwarves, orcs.
Orcs.
Yeah. Half orcs,
Half
dwarves,
dwarves.
Asmars.
Orc.
No,
Get out of here.
I guess
you orc.
a dwarf and an orc would be a dork, right? A dwarf.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right. So you guys are going down this road. You travel for several hours. The thing that probably is the most, you don't see anything on the road. The thing that's the most disconcerting, however, is the idea that there's no sunrise. There's no stars or moon or anything like that. It just remains like this dark, this darkness that seems to be like of night. It never changes. So even after the time that you feel like, well, we should be approaching dawn or something, nothing. It stays dark. The environment stays essentially the same. You travel unimpeded and uninterrupted for about 8 hours. And you're starting to wonder if maybe this idea that Leonard has,
Don't doubt me.
Maybe wrong, because I mean you guys are walking along this road, you haven't seen anything until, and it's the dark vision people that begin. So Lama, you begin to see this. Are there any dwarves in the party? And Beltran. Lama and Beltran begin to see in the distance some sort of light coming from behind, off in the distance. Now, you can't, this far away, you're probably a mile away, but because of the darkness, even a little light, and it doesn't seem like a ton of light, even a little light seems pretty bright. As you guys approach to about a quarter mile away, you could see a couple of things. Give me a perception checks just to see who's what. And then only Lama and Beltran give me perception checks. Okay, so both of you can see a couple of things. One, you see that unlike the sort of sand dune, desert dune that you guys peered over to look down into the area where the soldiers and the sorcerer were, this looks like buildings in the distance. And
sorry. Oops. Sorry.
Fiat's getting excited. This looks like buildings in the distance, and what you see, so you see a couple of things. One, it looks like buildings in the distance. It also looks like the light you see is coming from a particular point in maybe the middle of these buildings. You're not sure. From this distance, it's hard to tell. But you also can hear a couple of things. Lama, it's hard for you to make it out, but Beltran, you hear the decided sound of what sounds like maybe wailing or moaning. It's definitely the sound of someone having a very bad time.
Well, I'm going to keep that to myself and just say, okay, guys, let's keep going. No, actually, I will tell everyone that.
You just lean over to Llama and go, "Don't mention the moaning.
We're not talking about the moaning.
We don't want to spook them."
I will tell people, hey, I hear that, and I can see. We can, basically tell them what we see.
Okay, what are you guys gonna do? So you guys are about a quarter mile away. So a couple of things. This is far shorter than it would be. I mean, you've only gone about a day's worth of travel, as opposed to a day and a half or 2 days that would in the other area would have taken. So you're thinking maybe if this is some sort of Geb's Rest analog, these buildings, you can't help but think that the
Citizens.
the distances are off in here. It's not an exact copy.
Well, who's our stealthiest person?
Would be Fiat.
That'd not be Llama.
I would like to, if I can, do a little
recon,
hide in shadows, creep up and recon.
How close?
I'm sorry?
How close do you guys want to get before Fiat goes? And is he going to go by himself?
Sure, yeah. You know what? Sure. I'll go.
I do not have message. Does anyone have message?
No.
It'll be either you or Matt. It's an arcane thing.
Yeah, I do not have it. So if Matt doesn't have it, then none of us do. So we can't use that. But yeah, I have no problem with Fiat going ahead and.
Wait, I'm sorry. I have message.
Okay, so if you cast that on Fiat, you and him can stay in contact with each other.
Okay.
Okay, and I do so. I cast message.
All right, cool.
What's the range on that?
2,600 miles.
It's pretty long. Let me look it up. I used it last week.
It's 10. I think it's a shorter cast time, but I think once it's on you, I think it's got a longer range.
Message. 150 feet.
150 feet. All right, that's pretty close.
So we'll have to go. Yeah, we'll have to get closer, but.
All right, so so you guys are going to get within 150 feet, correct?
Well, yeah, we're always staying 150 feet behind Fiat.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so Phineas, you should be able to gauge magically how far Fiat is away from you. I mean, you'll be able to feel when the spell sort of gets out of distance and that kind of stuff, and you move up. You guys do approach quietly in this case to it. So as you guys get closer to these buildings, you're thinking that this might be Geb's Rest or something like Geb's Rest. There are a few interesting differences though. The sound of this moaning and wailing gets louder, and you can see something disconcerting that's very different from the Geb's Rest that you guys left. The southern and northern areas are filled with these immense cages, both to the south and the north of the city. And inside those cages, each one holds about a half dozen, 6 or 8 people, sometimes men, sometimes women, sometimes children. So you would see that initially as you guys approach.
Okay, as an escaped Hobbit slave in Chiliax, I'm outraged. I want to go up to the nearest cage, and I want to see if I can pick the lock.
Okay, so
Better find out who they are first.
I see women and children locked in a cage. I'm terribly upset, and I stealth. I go as quietly but as quickly as I can up to the cage, and meanwhile I'm fumbling in my pouch for my thieves' lock-picking tools.
Oh, son of a bee. Okay, hold that thought. I just screwed up this pretty badly here. Hold on a second.
Yeah, if they're not women and children, they're scorpions.
They're vampires.
No, so I'm moving you guys over to the new map, and I accidentally popped you off the map to a place where I can't actually get it. Get your character things. So now I'm just like, damn. All right.
We're in a totally different plane of existence now.
That's where the okayest part comes in for me.
Yeah, sometimes
Yeah.
I'm not the best. Obviously, none of these judgments are, super.
This is where charges of malfeasance come in, Andrew.
Let me fix this up real quick, and then we'll go to a different map, and I can show you what's going on. All right, so what I can tell you while I'm getting all this together is, shoot, this is stupid. What I can tell you is that, Fiat you will notice that these cages are filled with people. You've been to Geb's Rest before, so you recognize these people as the kind, at least from afar, you haven't talked to any of them yet. You would recognize them as the kind of people that you would feel like you would normally encounter there. They look like Gebites. And you can hear them speaking to each other in Gebite, in natural Gebite. So so at least from that part, I mean, you don't know that these are the exact people, but they certainly look and sound like them. All right, here we go. Now we're cooking with gas. Hold on a second. All right, we're moving over to the next map.
Oh, wow. All right.
All right, so let's scroll that back.
They're fine. Leave the cages alone.
So you guys are over here. And we'll just center the map real quick here. See there on the road coming in?
Yeah.
So you see a couple things. To the south and over into the north, you see these cages, and these cages seem to be filled with these people. Now, I haven't put, obviously, the people in there, but each of the cages holds it. And there's a ton of these big cages. You can't see much else except for the idea that that light that you've seen seems to be focused over by where you think the fountain is.
Do we start wandering over towards the fountain?
Okay, huh?
This way, right?
Do we see the pyre of dead bodies?
Not yet. No, you do not.
Yeah, there's no shadowing. There's no shade on this.
So you guys, the map's a bit off. You guys are about 150 feet back. Now, Fiat is at the edge of I want to say at the edge of the map, so right about there.
Okay.
I'm gonna pull everybody back so that you guys don't stop doing that. Thank you. So you guys are about 150 feet to the right of where Fiat is now. Now, Fiat, give me a stealth roll.
All right, stealth roll.
Your stealth skill.
Stealth. Hang on a minute. I'm trying to find that here. Sorry. Stealth is. I got stealth 12. So it's plus 12. Let me find the correct.
Yep.
Right,
that sounds right for a halfling of your skill set.
I'm trying to click on the thingy. Sorry. Where's the thingy to click? Rats. Here it is. All right. Okay. So I roll D20 and add 12.
Yep.
19.
Plus 12.
Yes, sir.
31. My paltry 18 means that you managed to enter the town, as far as you can tell, unspotted. They have not seen you. They don't look like they have seen you. Give me a quick perception check. I want to give you a little bit of what's going on.
Okay, let's see. Perception is plus. It says 13 plus 1. I'm not sure what the plus.
I think the +1 refers to like detecting traps. So 13. 15 plus 13 is 28. So yeah, so you see quite a bit. So first thing you notice, and your former slave blood is getting quite hot as you see this image is very reminiscent to your younger life. When you yourself were a slave, you were kept in cages that were very much like these. And this is making your blood boil. But you also see walking in between the cages pairs of these Gebite soldiers, very much like the ones that you saw and killed by the dozens back at the three-tiered ridge, the guys that the sorcerer was letting go. So these guys somehow made their way here after being released from that stasis. You're not sure how. There's a couple of different pairs you can see, a couple of pairs of these soldiers, and they seem to work in pairs. Over by the fountain, a couple of them wandering around inside, between the cages. Occasionally like swatting at the bars with their scimitars to get people's hands off them, that kind of stuff. Several of the Gebites in the cages appear to be wounded, and that's where some of this moaning and wailing is coming from. A lot of them are some of them are injured. A lot of them look like they've been put upon for a while. But the oddest thing you see is over by the fountain, you see that there are a couple of poles stuck in the sand, and on top of those poles are these lights. That's what's generating the light. They're pretty bright and they're illuminating the entire square pretty well. On one hand, you see a couple of pairs of these fighters, and they're just sort of standing there. The other hand, you see a creature that you are pretty sure you have never seen before. It looks like a large, sort of round creature with small horns on its head and a piggish face. It's standing on a set of what look to be the legs of a goat, those sort of bending back like a satyr or a goat. And it has in its hand, in one hand, it has what looks to be a long-handled, it's a ranseur. It's a type of polearm that sort of has a big, heavy blade on the end of it and has in one hand. In the other hand, it has what is obviously a man holding him by the hair, and he's dragging him towards the fountain. When he gets to the fountain, he takes that ranseur and plops it into the sand so that it sticks up. And then he reaches down and he picks up a book and holds it in his other hand. And he begins to, you can almost hear the words, but he's obviously reading something out of the book. And then he looks over, and the guy is like holding onto his hand, like, ah! And he reaches over, he sets the book back down on the edge of the fountain. He picks up the ranseur, picks up the guy by his hair, so his feet are off the ground. He's like, and he holds him over the fountain, and he takes that ranseur blade, which seems to be glowing like it's red hot, and he just sort of like cuts his throat. Blood glurts everywhere, shoots into the fountain. You see him throw the body down, and you see him, in this case, keeps hold of the ranseur and picks up the book again and begins reading out loud, you think, again from the book. And you see him looking in the fountain, and he's reading a little more, and he's looking in the fountain. And then you see him just like, he's obviously irritated because whatever he's trying to do did not work. And you see him reach down, and he grabs the guy, he's now dead, the dead guy by the leg, and he just sort of flips him over, like throws him in a direction that you can't see. And then he barks a few words to the other two, to one of the pairs of soldiers, and they turn around and go into the cages.
Yeah, we got to go stop that guy.
Yeah, we all look at each other and say, book.
Yeah, book. Yep.
All right, so you guys, I'm assuming Fiat, you're sort of mouthing this whispering this to Phineas.
Yes.
Yep. And I want to use a knowledge check to see if I know what the hell that thing is.
Okay.
It's
What kind of
28.
knowledge are you looking? Knowledge planes?
Asmodeus.
It's pretty sure it's not Asmodeus, but
Asmodeus.
so you rolled 28. Is that a knowledge planes, Phineas?
I was using dungeoneering, but I can use planes.
Yeah, give me a knowledge planes. I don't know that dungeoneering would be
Okay.
accurate. So Fiat, I'm assuming that you described this creature to him as much as possible.
I do.
Okay.
Are you sure it's not dungeoneering?
It's not dungeoneering. Yeah, you've never heard of a creature. At first, you think that Fiat, you're like, wait, what? He's got a pig face and horns and goat legs? What? And he's killed a guy? I don't know, Phineas, are you telling everyone else what you're hearing from Fiat?
Yes. Yeah, he's relaying it to me, and I'm telling them what's going on, and I'm sort of thinking out loud, going, do I know what this pig face thing with the Rancer is?
So Leonard also rolls an incredibly poor knowledge planes.
Yeah.
So, but he did better. He did better than Phineas. And in this case, he's describing. He's like, "Well, man, I don't know what that thing is, but that definitely sounds like some sort of infernal denizen." Although Leonard, here's the weird part. Although you were able, or Snapper in this case was able to identify the copper sort of medallion on the sorcerer as being of an ancient sort of cult of Asmodeus. Most of the creatures that have this amalgam of different kinds of features tend to be creatures from the abyss, not from the hells.
So wait, it's a historical thing.
They tend to be chaotic, not lawful.
Right. Demons rather than devils.
Right.
That was a knowledge religion check, Les. I don't, just.
So Leonard points out, he says, well, the thing that he's describing, that sounds more like a demon than a devil. And you pipe up and say, now, wait a second. There are lots of different kinds of devils that have multiple variant species structures. And you go on to say a couple of them. The one that you're talking about, you're not entirely sure, Doug, but it might be something that you read about back in cleric school in devilology class about a very rare kind of devil cult, and the only name that they had for him was a court or a chort. You're not sure what they were originally called, but that was the human name for them. You don't know what their name is, but it did.
Do I remember any like weaknesses?
Well, you remember it being a devil, and devils tend to have similar kind of things. Roll another knowledge religion for me. 27. You don't know anything about this one specifically, but a couple of things come to mind. One, you know that most devils have some sort of DR. It's usually keyed to good. You also know that they tend to be immune to fire and poison, and they have resistances for other stuff, usually acid, cold. They tend, like most creatures from the plains, they tend to be, you can usually hit them, when it comes to energies, you can usually hit them with sonic. In this case, you're not sure, they describe the Rancer to you, the polearm, and you think maybe this one's vulnerable to cold, but, devils typically don't have a ton of vulnerabilities. So it could just as easily be resistant to cold, or frankly immune to it, as far as you know. But a lot of devils are immune to fire and poison, and most of them have resistances to acid and cold. And he pauses for a moment and says to Leonard and Rindle, and a lot of them have spell resistance as well.
Yeah, but I can hit him with a searing light.
Nobody can resist my charm.
Even a pig-faced devil succumbs
That's right.
to Phineas's music. All right, so Fiat, you're still so you guys have maintained your positions. Fiat, you're still on the edge of town. This is what you see on the edge of town. And the rest of you are 150 feet back. As you're sort of, sort of relating what you see back to the party, you see the pair of warriors come back into the light at the fountain, and they're holding another guy. And they're basically like dragging him. He's kind of like struggling and can't get over. And you see the creature kind of like look over, like, He's got the book in his hand and he's reading. He's flipping pages. He's like, bring him.
We gotta get going, guys.
Okay, well, it's obviously time to stealth up and pick the creature's pocket. Wait, no.
Oh, that's a 1E thing. That's a first edition thing.
Are devils immune to backstabbing?
I don't think that they are immune to precision damage. Hold on, let me check. That's a great question.
If you're going first edition, check his Stacko.
Yeah.
That was second edition. That was second edition. So don't even go there, Matt. You're a Johnny-come-lately among most of us here.
Harsh burn.
Outsiders. All right. So evil outsiders.
Usually, if they have a shape, they're not immune to any of that.
Correctamundo.
So, like elementals will be immune to it. Blobs would be immune to it.
Undead are immune to precision damage because they
Not all.
That's true. Not all. Intelligent undead tend to not be immune to precision. Right. Stupid undead tend to be. Zombies, I think, are. In this case, I'm looking at it, and I do not see anything that says that this guy is immune to precision damage. So,
Okay.
yeah, you can sneak attack him.
Well,
but you have to set up the conditions. So, in Pathfinder, the conditions for sneak attack, it's different from then just coming up behind him.
Hey, Les?
Yeah.
I'm going to do a little hocus pocus, and I'm going to cast on myself Know the Enemy.
Okay.
That gives me an additional +10 on any knowledge roll that I want.
Okay, go ahead. You want to roll a fresh one, or do you want to apply that +10?
I'm going to roll a fresh one.
All right.
On knowledge religion on this guy. I want as much information as I can, and so I can tell them maybe it is immune to.
He's left-handed. He likes cappuccino.
Oh, screw that.
Well, 25, you would get 2 pieces of information. So hold on, let me see what I can give you. You know, if this is one of those chorts or courts, however they pronounce it, they're pretty tough. And you know a couple of things. One, they have scent ability, which is something that Fiat might be interested in. They are also very proficient in those Ransurs. Think Aaron Eyes with their bows. A short is they're just incredibly good with those pole arms. That said, they also have some of the typical devilish powers, like being able to fly, being able to teleport. Various kinds have various things. But you're recollecting that these chorts were no joke. They were powerful devils, if that's what it is.
Okay.
Les, I got something I want to do too. I think if somebody starts talking about a book, I'm going to do a locate object again.
Okay, what's the range on that spell? Do we remember?
Oh, it's like 600 feet or something. It's
600 feet? All right, so you guys are within that. So you're going to do locate object on the book?
Yep, using the name and the description that I have. Yep.
Okay. It is currently within 600 feet, and it is in a devil's hand.
Okay, well, I'll let everybody know. I'll let them know this is the book we're looking for.
That's the book. That's the book.
Well, no, it might be in a different direction. It might be a different.
Just a coincidence.
No, you're pretty.
I'm moving. I'm going to be moving forward to get within 160 feet. Before I do that, I'm casting Bless.
Doesn't this seem like a good idea for distraction? Like maybe, as the Hobbit was saying, open some cages up and thin the herd out of baddies we'll face all at the same time?
Yeah, we might want to do some recon and get rid of people behind the scenes before we do like a full frontal.
So wait a second. I just want to check on your plan here. So you want to take basically prisoners, women and children, release them so that the bad guys will chase them and kill them.
Yeah.
So that you guys can sneak into town without being seen.
Well, I'd like to point out that I am not Flashheart, who would be restricted by this level.
What is your alignment, by the way? Riddle's alignment. I'm just checking. Maybe you want to maybe you just want to run up to that devil and say, "They're back over there. Let's get them."
I wasn't thinking that darkly that I was using them as human shields. I was just saying that if we're going to take on this baddie right here, maybe starting a distraction in this giant set of cages would be a good idea to send out some of his guards that might all appear to his defense as we.
You've seen, Fiat will tell Phineas, and Phineas will tell you guys that he's seen 3 pairs of guards, and he hasn't even entered the city, so you're not sure how many of them there are out there. So,
and I'm neutral honestly, good, so I'm like still away for good.
That's awesome.
Okay. All right. If this is a powerful red sword wielding devil who can teleport and fly, maybe we should not fight him yet. Maybe we should instead, if we can quietly take out some of his helpers. And let's.
Not a terrible idea.
Are there? You said there are 2 lights, bright lights.
Yeah, essentially they're stuck in the ground. The rest of the town is dark, so it's like the rest of the town is dark, just like the whole environment is. There's no lights on in any of the buildings. The only light that you can see at all is these 2 big poles that have these bright sort of blue-white lights topped them. And they're shining light around the whole thing. Now, some of this light is penetrating. The reason that you can see that the cages are filled with women and children is some of that light goes through, in between buildings. It reaches, it goes pretty far. I mean, you guys saw this light. You weren't sure what it was, but you saw it a quarter mile away.
All right.
So it's pretty bright, and you can see it sort of going in between things, but there's no other lights other than these 2 poles.
Well, here's one suggestion I have is that I cast invisibility on Fiat, and he can go throughout the village and stir up shit, create distractions, not necessarily kill anybody, although stealing the book would be nice, but if he's invisible and stealthy, he can create a lot of havoc.
Am I able to pick locks while in the visible?
Yeah, absolutely. The only thing that, if it's regular invisibility, the only thing that sets it, that forces you to be visible. Yeah, you have 2 things that will end the invisibility. Either the spell duration runs out, or you do something, some sort of, how do they call it?
Action.
Yeah, it's a violent action. If you attack somebody, then you become visible. But yeah, if you don't.
But technically, if you wanted to run up to where that book is, because he's been setting it down as he does stuff.
Yeah.
If he sets that down and you're invisible, sitting right next to it, as soon as he turns to do something, if you pick that book up put it on your person, then it becomes invisible too.
Yeah, I'd love to see you steal that book.
Assuming that he can't see invisible creatures.
Okay.
Well, hopefully.
And Snapper would point out that a lot of devils can see invisibility. He doesn't know about this one, but a lot of devils can.
Wait, I didn't know that the devil was setting down the book.
Yeah, he seems like
he sits it down.
Yeah, he does something. He reads from it, and then he sets it down and does something with a guy, and then he picks it up, reads from it, and then sets it down and does, as he's killing guys.
All right.
He just killed that other guy too.
All right, great shit. All right, then let's 2 things. This devil might be too tough for us all to fight. That's 1. 2, even if somehow I can sneak up, grab the book, and then dash away, that still leaves all these people in cages to be killed. Neither of these situations it is good.
Unless there's something in the book. Well, that might not help. If there's something in the book that will transport these people back to the real Gab's Rest, transport them out of this pocket dimension, but it might bring the devils and the devil and the Gebites with you.
Okay. With them, yep.
My next thought was this: if I liberate these people from the cages, will that mess up whatever method there is to transport them back to the real Geb's Rest?
That's a great question, and honestly, that's probably a question for the mages.
Seems like it'd be safer to let them out after we secure the town. I mean, they're safe right now. They're miserable, but they're safe.
All right.
Well, they
Well,
are being sacrificed one by one. Yeah.
Well, one for the many, but I mean, you start letting out. I think they're right. They're going to start killing them off.
They're mostly.
Basically, the town of Geb is losing a person about once every 1 to 2 minutes.
Shit. All right. Okay. What want to do? Okay. Screw it. I gotta stop the killing. So I'm gonna try to get that book.
All right.
So,
Fiat has declared. What? All right. So you're going to try and sneak up and get the book. Do you just tell that to Phineas and then you're just going to sneak up, or are you going to go back and try and get it invisible or anything like that? And I also want to know what the rest of you guys.
Okay.
As
Sure.
he's trying to do this.
Since there's two very blindingly bright lights, then I bet my hide and shadows trick will not work so great. So
Stealth problem. Well, and it's an open space too. It's like there's this open area that's around the fountain that you remember from the original Geb's Rest.
Yeah.
Which is sort of a commonplace. It's sort of the town square.
Even a redoubtable hobbit thief such as I can't find much cover there. If I could, I circle back to the group, and what I want, I would love it if somebody here could make me invisible.
You got it.
All right, and my thought is to maybe go around behind some of these structures and sort of sneak up behind this devil and his guys. And my broad plan in broad strokes is to sneak up behind, and when this devil puts down the book, I dash up, grab the book, and scram.
Okay.
Eric, when you come by, I'm also going to give you a blessing of the mole. It gives you.
What the hell is that?
It puts a big hole on his face that nobody can see because he's invisible.
It's like a Cindy Crawford
It gives
thing.
you,
Little
it gives you dark vision for 30 feet, and it gives you a +2 of your stealth checks.
Oh, sweet. Thank you. I'll take it. All right, great.
And
So
I've got this tiara I want you to wear.
Y'all can kiss my ass. Give your balls a tug.
Give your balls a tug. Oh, man.
Moly.
All right, so you're doing the aspect of the mole. How long does that last?
A blessing of the mole lasts for 6 minutes.
Okay. All right. That's 600 rounds. Okay, that's gonna take a while to get rid of. And then how long does invisibility last, Phineas? Same?
Sure.
We should check that.
I think regular invisibility is 1 round per level. I mean, 1 minute per level. Greater is 1 round per
That'd
level.
be 5 minutes.
Okay. All right. Okay. Well, as soon as.
All right, so Fiat, you're going to go. Are you going to go into the northern part of the city and sort of wend around in those buildings and try and come approach them from the north?
Correct.
Okay. All right. So I know what Fiat's going to do. Now, what are the rest of you going to do while you are sending your poor, your poor new friend, the Hobbit, Fiat, to go fight a devil by himself?
We're going to take bets.
Get out the old wagering sheet. Eh?
Doug, did you cast Bless?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to cast Fly on myself.
Okay.
Now you're Fly.
I've always been Fly.
Pretty fly for an elf guy. All right, so you're casting Fly. What about the rest of you? Are any of you do? I mean, what are you guys going to do? Just wait and see what happens? Are you going to march into town and try and help them, or?
Yeah, let me know because I can message and sing encouraging words.
You're just messaging with Fiat, so you know what he's doing.
Eric?
But
I'm also casting a protection from evil on you.
Ooh.
That's helpful. Thank you.
So I'm not sure I'm going to be able to maintain
So how many magic missile
messaging
scrolls
if
do you
he's
think
moving
it'll,
all over.
how many magic missile scrolls do you
He
think
won't
it
be
take
able
down
to.
this
He'll
demon
get out
here?
of range.
I don't know, magic missiles? How many missiles does each one of those scrolls shoot? 2?
Yeah, probably 3, right? It was at my caster level.
You're just going
What's your
to
level?
pop up a lawn chair and...
Fifth level. So that'd be 3?
Yep.
That's 3.
So, can we set them off like a fireworks thing, or just all of them go off at once?
Nope.
Hey, Les, it's on a plateau, and that wrinkly line along the northeast and the southeast, that's a cliff down, not up, right? Cliff down from where the town is. It's like the town's upraised higher than what's outside of town. Is that right?
Correct. That is a cliff down, yes.
How tall is that cliff down?
About 10, 15 feet. It's not huge.
So I think Lema's going to go follow that cliff on the bottom side, not up on the plateau, to this point right here, where I'm going to clamber up and work my way through here in preparation for shit to go wrong.
Okay. That's in large part the same direction that Fiat's going.
I sent you a message. This is what the bonuses for the protection from evil gives you.
Got it.
What's squares? Each square is 5 foot. The little squares.
Yeah, well, the red squares are. The little squares are 5 foot. The bigger squares on the map are 10 feet.
So if you take two move actions and you're not running, then you can just double your movement, right?
Correct. If you're not running.
That's what Lama's going to be doing.
Nolan's going to cast Long Strider less, which gives him 10 feet extra per round movement.
Okay.
And then he's going to follow Lama.
All right. So Lama, go ahead. And are you going to come in from like here, more northerly than? Are you going to come in the valley, or are you going to go into the valley?
Well, I mean, if I'm all the way down here, then I have to move to here next, and then.
No, I mean this is the over on the right hand side. That's just more or less
placeholder.
Yeah, it's placeholder.
Okay.
You can come in. You can enter the map anywhere on the right hand side.
Can I suggest that we, except for Fiat, all of us kind of stick together?
Yeah.
Let the party.
I'm also very stealthy. You want me to follow Fiat?
Well, I think Jennifer has the right idea, is to kind of come in that direction, but I think we should all just go in that direction. That way, when stuff goes south, we're all together. As opposed to 2 of us here, 2 of us here, and 2 of us here.
Yep.
I'm appreciative of the support.
I will stand behind anybody wearing armor.
Yeah,
I'm in the same boat.
Now, Sven, you were saying, I mean, you saying that you have stealth. You might want to follow Fiat in.
I'm just making the offer. I'm actually 1 point stealthier than he is, so I could try to.
Well, he's invisible now too.
I mean, I could help Fiat up the hill. I don't know what your climbing ability is, but I could help you up, and you could have a head start on us from this direction.
Yeah, if you want to bring Fiat with you.
It's up to Fiat.
Sure. I mean, if that would make me go faster, sure. I mean, because I want to get there fast, and fast and quiet and in the visible.
As long as you don't slap me, you'll be invisible.
Thank you.
But I'm just thinking, especially in between some of these buildings, we can set up a front and back line and let the mages and healers do their job without getting smacked, and let the fighters on the outside take the brunt of it.
It looked like a kind of defendable space to me too.
Right. So I think you got the right idea. I just think we should all go with you.
As you guys kind of creep along there.
Okay, right when we start, I'll do that.
As you guys kind of creep along there, you see there are 2 other pairs of Gebite warriors wandering around over by the thing. They're not literally, they're just sort of like wandering around. They're not really doing much. All the people are in cages, but it does look like that these guys are helping the other guys sort of pull people out of the cages. to give to the devil. Another thing you see is that not very far away from the fountain is a pretty substantive stack of bodies. Whatever this guy's trying to do, it's not working.
No, right.
He hasn't been successful. But according to Nolan's spell, that's Rijanna's book. He's got Rijanna's book, and he's reading out of it as he sacrifices these guys. And you see that he's, I don't know how hard it is to tell the level of frustration on a giant devil, but he doesn't seem to be pleased about how this situation is going. Give me a second. I gotta run to this right here. 1 second.
I have another idea. It might be difficult to see. So if Fiat is going to go to this corner, right? And his idea is to go up stealth and invisible to grab the book when this thing puts it down.
Mm-hmm.
If everybody sort of follows along with him, if I came out down here and looked around the corner, when I see him put the book down, if I step out and create basically a diversion and try to get all those people to come at me, would that clear up this area so it would make him easier to get in and get out?
Well, that's what my original thought was.
What diversion are you going to create?
I'm going to holler and stand there and look like a big giant armored thing.
Okay, remember you're hollering, but they can't see you.
No, I'm not invisible.
Oh, okay.
I'm quite visible.
Hey, where did all the armored people go?
So I don't know. I think with backing, right.
But what I'm saying is,
I think Bjorn has a shot against that devil.
And if Fiat is going to start from here and try to get over here and pick the book up when it's set down, he's got 2 sets of guards to go through here, 2 set over here in case he gets seen, and the devil. But if I step out here at the right time and make noise, make a nuisance, look at me.
I didn't see where you said you're going to step out.
I'm sorry, down here at this building. That way it's going to take them, and it could be any of these choke points here, really. But I'm figuring it will take them, 1 move action to get to me, but it'll take them out of his way.
So I've just made an indication on the edge of the fountain where the devil seems to typically leave the book. You can see
the book, right?
Yeah.
So I'm thinking of drawing these guards and the attention of the devil momentarily towards myself over here somewhere.
Yeah, if you could come out and stand right there.
Yeah.
That would allow several of us to be behind you, but still be in view to do either healing or cast spells or whatever.
Right. And with Fiat can be over here at this corner waiting for these guys to abandon their position to try to sneak up and get the book.
The only thing I would be worried about is if you cause a diversion, if that book is super valuable to the devil, he might go over and grab it right then and there.
I was going to say the same thing.
Yeah, sure he's going to do that.
Yeah, the other thing is he can probably or possibly see invisible.
Well, and we know that he can scent. So, but whether or not he can smell one hobbit over this massive pile of gore he's got over here is another question entirely.
But if you were to wait until the book, literally the second the book disappears, hold off your turn, so that at that instant, then you distract, he can't pick up the book, all hell breaks loose, but he's facing the wrong direction and allows some, freedom of movement.
No, that's possible too. I was just thinking of drawing the guards out of Fiat's path. But
So
if he can stealth around them, then I could wait and create the diversion once he's grabbed the book, and maybe the devil won't notice right away.
Okay, so just want to give you an idea of what scent does. So I'm reading here. It lets a creature detect approaching enemies, sniff out hidden foes, or track by sense of smell. Creature with the scent ability can detect opponents by sense of smell, generally within 30 feet. If an opponent is upwind, the range is 60 feet. If it's downwind, the range is 15 feet. In this case, we don't have any wind at all. Strong scents such as smoke or rotting garbage can be detected at twice the ranges noted above. Overpowering scents such as skunk or troglodyte can be detected at 3 times these range. It detects the creature's presence, but not its specific location. It does not say anything about failure to smell them. So even though he's got a big pile of dead bodies, a new scent coming into his into his area of scentability will trigger the thing. What he doesn't know is pinpoint. And the only way you can pinpoint it is if he's right next to it. Here's the problem with that is that getting to that book is going to put Fiat right next to him. And if he uses scent ability, even if you're invisible and even if he can't see invisibility, which we haven't determined yet, being that close to him, to a creature with scent, he's going to be able to pinpoint it.
Well,
And it's quite possible that with one swing, he can take Fiat out.
I don't even want to talk about what happens to you when you get hit by that Ransour. The blade of the Ransour is glowing bright red, like it's just come from a forge.
What I want to be doing, I really want to dash and run and sprint, grab the book, and run like hell. I'm short, but I'm fast, and I'll be in visible. Maybe he can't smell me and swing in my general direction, but I'm hoping I can grab it and just scram.
Well, if you're next to him, he knows the square you're in. If he attacks, basically invisibility provides complete concealment, which is a 50-50 shot.
So he's got to hit you, and then if he hits you, he's got to do a 50-50 to see if it actually hits.
If it actually clunks into you, yeah. But that again, this is if he cannot see invisibility all the time anyway.
And your movement's only 20, isn't it?
My movement is
probably 20.
Hang on, laptop movement.
If I had to guess, since you're small, it's 20.
120. No, sorry. 15 feet. It says movement land 15 feet. You know what? Would my armor slow me down?
If you've got heavier armor, yes. But if you got light armor, no.
No, I think he's wearing leather.
Yes.
That's light armor. That doesn't slow you down.
Yeah, it won't slow you down.
All right. Okay.
I think your movement should be 20.
Because it's a hobbit. He lives little hobbit legs.
Yeah.
Which is 20 instead of 30. I didn't know there was a race that had less than 20, but I don't think I've ever played a hobbit, so.
Okay. It says movement land 15 feet.
Okay.
You could be encumbered.
Yeah, I think he's probably encumbered. That's a good. Yeah.
You know what? Okay. Can I get rid of my armor? Because in this,
I would just drop your pack.
Yeah, drop your pack.
all right, hold on. Here, hold on. Wait.
I don't know if I was going to sneak up on a devil. I think my armor would be the last.
Yeah, I'll hang on to that.
Can you imagine sneaking up on a 12-foot high glob devil with a pig face and goat feet who has a pole arm that glows red in his hand? I gotta tell you, from a Fiat perspective, this is a bold move. I gotta say.
Okay. Hey, what I did was I dropped my sling stones. And now
that put you back up to 20?
Yes, yeah.
There you go. Nolan was right. Gordon was right. It was encumbrance.
Okay, cool. So I dropped my sling stones and I'm gonna proceed.
Okay, so you're going. So let me see if I've got this correct. You guys are going in from the north. You're down in the valley, below the town, the level of the town, and you're sort of sneaking along that valley so that at some point you can go up into the town, climb that thing. It's only about 10 or 15 feet, but it's like a ravine. It's like a gully. You're gonna jump up there so that you don't have to walk straight at the fountain on the road, the very plain and open road that comes into town. Have I got that right?
Yep.
All right. Are you guys staying pretty close together? Fiat, are you ranging ahead?
You know what? I'm gonna range ahead. I mean, they don't need to be involved in this book swipe. And
you just need to clean up the mess afterwards.
If I get the book, I'm gonna tear south.
Okay. Now you do remember that you saw a couple of those guys, those Gebite guys, down in the south by the south cages.
All right. Well, then I'm gonna just do my best to not meet them.
Okay. The rest of you, as you guys are like clonking around over there,
Where are,
you do see that there's two pairs of Gebite, what look to be guards, over by the cages. And while every once in a while a third pair comes walking up this street. Hold on a second. I'm gonna make a little blue arrow here. Okay. So every once in a while, these guys here walk up this street. And can you see that? That purple arrow?
Yep.
Okay. So yeah, they go walking through there and they get with these two guys to get a another victim, essentially. This devil seems dead set on we'll have some words. Seems quite confident that at some point he's going to read whatever it is in this book and it's going to work. But he seems like there's some sort of sacrifice that has to be made. And frankly, there's a pretty substantive pile of dead people over there off to the side of the fountain. And a fair amount of blood on the ground and on the edges of the fountain and in the fountain itself. You're not sure what he's trying to do, but it's definitely Rijanna's book that he's reading from. But you also notice that there are a couple of pairs of those guys. Now, these ones to the far north are just sort of standing there. Occasionally, they will have the two that are in the town square by the fountain are the ones that are really sort of doing things. There's another two pair to the south that seem to be doing similar. They're just like sort of wandering around, making sure all the prisoners are accounted for, harassing them a little bit. Not really that much, frankly.
Hmm.
Now I'm going to move everybody up into there so that you guys are all around the same place. And then, so I see Lama. I see who's that behind her?
Me.
Oh, that's Bjorn. Okay. And then where is Fiat? Here's Fiat. So where are you going, Fiat? Are you going in front of them, or are you going up along the ravine north towards the prisoners?
I want to go here. Can I move me?
Should be able to. Yeah. Can you see where you are? See where your guy is?
Let me see. Hold on. I gotta move up here. And gotcha. All right. Let's see. Hell. Where's the guy? The guy is right there. Crap. All right. Shit.
You can move around Llama. It's a friendly square, so don't feel like you can't.
All right.
Bad time here. My computer's saying it has to shut down for a restart. So I still have Zoom on. I have Zoom still on, but I'm going to lose the laptop, the Roll20 for about 4 minutes here. So just FYI.
Okay.
Nobody die.
I'll try not to. Let's see.
Les?
Yeah?
Do you have your Google chat thing on?
My Gmail? Yeah.
I want to send you a message.
Oh, here we go. Yeah, I see it.
I'm going to wait until here. Can I get to here?
Yeah, well, yes, you can. So,
I wait there until these two goons pass by.
The southern goons going after a new guy? A new victim? Okay. Yeah. Give me a perception check when you get
coming up. Hey, hang on. Let me find my
Southern Goons is my new alt band name there, yeah. Indie band name.
I'm trying to find the thing. There it is. Wait, shit. Where'd it go? Oh.
All right, what about Rindle? Well, Rindle can't do anything. Snapper, what about you, Phineas? What are you guys going to do? Oops.
Oh, shit, really? Okay.
I'll stay within.
What's your bonus?
Striking distance 13. To help support Llama or any of the other frontline fighters.
Okay, so you're gonna stick pretty close to Llama.
Yep.
All right.
Till I get back to laptop here. So I got your back, Llama.
Fiat, remind me, what was
This is
your
his word.
perception bonus?
13.
13, so 15. It looks like, based on what you've seen before, that they're getting ready to. Oh, okay, yeah, okay. Gotcha, Doug. So, all right. So one thing you see with that 15 is you're sort of like looking out into the thing. You're invisible, so none of the Gebites seem to are indicative of giving any indication that they see you. But you do. The guy is like yelling at the Gebites, and he's just killed another dude, and he's like, and then you see him sort of stop. And you see him kind of look around, and his little pig face kind of just goes. And you see him point at these two guys who would usually be helping him, and he points sort of to the north. And they kind of turn around. They draw their weapons, which they did not have drawn, and they begin moving forward. And they're kind of like looking around slowly. Then he points at you see him pointing at the other two guys across the way. These guys over here, and he's like, "Oh, duck, duck, scoot, duck," and they come forward, but they do not draw their weapons.
Do we know?
So
I
it
didn't know
could
you
be
spoke
that
that-
you have entered his
Range.
zone of scent.
All right.
Fiat, do you say anything in Messenger?
Crap.
Crap.
That's funny.
All right. Boy. Okay. Shit. Oh shit. Okay.
You see these guys like looking around. All right, so we'll stop with you for a minute. Do we want to roll? Do we want to take this moment to roll initiative, and so we can get everybody online and we can figure out what we're doing?
Do
Okay.
we need to, Les? I mean, do you really feel the need?
I don't know. You guys thinking parlay? Oh, that's nice, Beltran. That's nice.
I was up that way whenever, the guy-
Anybody speak demon pig?
Excuse me, Lord Demon Pig. I would parlay with you.
Can we all hear that though? Can we all hear him snorting like that?
No. I mean, Fiat's Johnny on the spot. He can actually see the guy. You guys are pretty far back. Although if Fiat like whispers a message to Phineas can let me know.
Well, I mean, because if I get within hearing distance of him, I'm going to cast comprehend languages. But if I can't hear him, I would not do that.
Okay. All right.
Who got the 10 and who got the 15, Llama?
Llama's 10.
All right. Look.
12 for Snapper.
Okay.
Is the devil currently right now holding the book?
No, it's on the edge of the fountain.
All right, great. I have here. Hold on. I'll type this.
Hold on. I need your initiative roll when you get a second.
Sure. Sorry. Let me see.
Now I got to roll for my dudes.
15 plus initiative. I'm not sure where my initiative.
It'd be by combat probably, or by AC.
AC. Sorry. Plus 4.
Plus 4, so 19 for Fiat. My good man. 19. All right, let me roll for him first. Let's see, what is it? Ooh, that's solid. That's a solid one. Okay.
It was unavoidable.
That I would get a great initiative roll.
No. Although that's common.
Did you say although that's common?
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I don't, I mean, sometimes I do and sometimes I don't. Yeah, I've been doing a lot of it though. lately. Okay. All right. So let's start at the top. This demon is sniffing around. Now, it does not have the book in its hand, but it does have its ranseur in its hand. And at the moment that it smelled something, it had another guy in his hand, in which he drops to the floor. Now, that guy's alive, but barely so. He hasn't been slashed or anything like that. And you see, so the chort kind of like points at his guys to the west and is like, follow them. And you can see him like, and he takes a 5-foot step kind of forward, and he's like, who speaks any planar languages? Like, I don't know, Abyssal or Infernal? Anybody speak those?
Let me check. Yeah, I speak Abyssal.
Wow.
Okay.
And Infernal.
I speak Abyssal.
All right. Give me, Phineas, give me a perception check.
All right.
I speak abysmal too.
14. You're too far away. You don't think you don't hear him. Now, Fiat is telling you that this guy is giving orders to his guys, but you can't hear it from where you are. So just so you guys know, those of you who speak Abyssal, the language is not Abyssal.
Well, I also speak Infernal.
That's why you're getting perception checks as opposed to
everyone. Oh, got it. Okay.
All right. So that's he's right over there. Okay. So Phineas, it's your turn. What are you gonna do?
All right. I'm going to cast invisibility on myself.
Okay.
And do I still get some movement?
Yeah, absolutely. You get one move action.
Can I move close enough to the pig face to hear what he's saying?
Potentially. Depends on where you want to
go. Maybe. Here-ish, something like that.
Yeah. If you move to there, I'll give you another perception check.
Okay.
So the rest of you just sort of feel like this invisible elbow to the, pushed out of the way, that kind of stuff, and you're just like,
get out of my way.
That's our lawyer. All right. Yeah.
Damn it.
You still can't. You can hear him, but you can't make out the words. It sounds like infernal to you, but you're straining. You just can't hear him. Can't make out the words. All right. So these guys move 31.
Uh-oh.
Guys, Fiat, I need a stealth check.
Shit. All right, stealth check. Fine, great.
Make it good, man.
Remember that being invisible you get +2 from the mole thing.
Yeah.
You get and you get
20
plus 20 for being invisible.
Okay.
And you also get a racial bonus to stealth, don't you?
Yeah.
Which probably is added in. So
plus.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's quiet.
It's going to be plus 15.
It's going to be more than that. Plus 15, plus 20 from the
correct
thing, and then plus
starting at 35.
He's starting at 37 because he still gets +2.
Oh yeah, that's right, 37.
So 14 plus 37 is too high to count. Frankly, it's too high to count.
52.
No one knows.
51.
All right, so let me just.
FYI, I'm back on roll 20.
Oh, beautiful. All right. These guys get +2 to their perception. So let me just go ahead and roll. So
they roll a 60.
I gotta roll to beat a 51. I gotta roll a 49. Did not get that. Okay, so Fiat, as you just say, stay stock still, and these guys with their they've got their scimitars out. They move. They're kind of looking down the alleyway, and they're looking. First, you think they've spotted me because they're looking right at you, but then you realize that they're looking past you. They also roll a really crappy roll, and everybody down at the other end of the alley, they don't see them either because they continue walking forward off, and they kind of go out into this area here.
Okay. All right.
Now, these other two guys come up to the edge of the buildings and are sort of like standing there. And you can hear this guy sort of giving them orders. They've got their weapons out now.
Looks like I can't get by them.
No,
Crap.
not that way.
I was thinking I would go north, go around structure 3, and come in
From the other side there?
grab the book coming in from the west.
It's possible. I mean, you can get by the ones to your north if you wanted to do that. When it's your turn.
Yeah, all right, sorry.
On the third day, look to the west.
It's actually your turn. Sorry.
That was awesome.
Wait for your turn now.
Okay, go ahead. All right, yeah, no, you can't go south. You can't get past, you're not going to be able to get past those guys.
Then I must go north.
All right, so you're moving 20. You have fast stealth?
I don't think so.
Okay, which means you cannot move if you want to stay in stealth. You cannot move your full movement rate.
I do not have fast stealth. Real thieves don't use fast stealth. So
okay.
It's a prestige thing. All right, so I got to go north.
Okay, so you can go 8 squares if you want to go. Now you can't cross one of their things, and I will get another stealth. I will get another perception check as you're wandering over there, but you can't go past it.
Okay, well, here's that check now. Hold on, let me get to my too many windows here. Hold on, guys. Sorry. Where am I? All right, here's the perception check. 16 plus
37 is 55.
Yeah.
All right, let's do real quick my perception check. Yeah, they don't see you. So
They don't see the building.
Well,
They don't see each other.
Yeah, they don't see each other. If they weren't holding hands, they might not see anybody. They're actually talking to the guys to the north. And
can I go here?
They're talking. Yeah, you can hear them fine, but you don't understand Gebite, I don't think. So, or certainly you don't understand ancient Gebite. So they're making enough noise where they don't hear a thing, and you just better slip by them.
All right. Well, how far may I move? Here?
8 squares. So however far that is, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Actually, you can probably end up stopping right at that corner.
Right there.
This building, right here. Yeah, that's it.
Okay. My goal is to go around 3
Okay.
and
then come south
from the west and grab that book and scram.
Okay. All right. That's you right now. All of my 15s. Nolan, Leonard, and Sven.
I cast enlarge on Llama.
Okay.
And then I fly up and land on the top of
that building?
This building.
Okay.
And I'm really low.
All right, so you're hunkered down. Llama, you're filling up that. It's a 5-foot alleyway, so you are like taking up the whole thing.
You done got swole.
All right, so that's Leonard. Nolan, I saw you moved. Are you gonna do anything else?
Yeah, the 5-foot step, and I'm going to cast the spell on Llama.
Okay, what spell's that?
A Shield of Faith.
Shield of Faith. +2 AC?
+3, but probably +2 because I think she's already got a +1 on deflection. So yeah.
Okay. +3 deflection. So an additional 2 to your AC, Miss Lamb.
Nice.
All right. Sven. Migo. You're not too pleased that this Fiat guy, this new guy, is sort of the new guy is taking all the glory, sneaking in, he's stealing books, he's stabbing sorcerers. That's your job, man.
You okay with that?
That was never my job. Remember, I'm Robin Hood. I'm not a.
You're not gonna let that sawed-off half pint get away with it, are you?
For now, sure.
We can say this all about Eric because he's in the camera.
I don't think I ever rolled initiative, so I'll do it right now.
Oh,
there you go.
What'd you get?
19.
I'm fixing another cocktail for myself. All right, you go. You can go in this group if you want.
Okay, I'll let Swin go first. No.
I've moved, and that's all I'm doing for now.
Just move it. So hold on.
But I would have done a full move action while stealthing.
You're stealthing. All right, give me your stealth roll. Where'd you end up? Oh, okay, I see. 15. Okay. All right. Rindle, what about you? What are you doing?
Okay. What was cast on Llama so far, and large and what?
And Shield of Faith.
I'll put a major armor on there too.
Major armor doesn't stack with armor.
Doesn't stack?
No.
Not with armor. Yeah, it's an armor bonus. He's right.
I'm not gonna. Where does it say that? I'm reading right here.
It has to do with the type of benefit it is. Hold on.
There's a tangible field +4 bonus to AC. It's farther down somewhere, but.
Invisible but tangible fights a +4 armor bonus to AC. She's already wearing armor, so she's got an armor bonus. So it will not stack. Well, let me rephrase that. What is the bonus that you're getting from your armor, Lama? Because if it's less than +4, it will stack to +4.
Yeah, look at front.
Hang on, I'm looking.
Front, probably. Good armor.
What kind of armor are you wearing?
Yeah.
You got 6.
I am wearing
Like a breastplate.
A breastplate is 6.
Yeah, so this isn't going to work, man. Save the spell.
All right.
You would know that.
I'll cast major armor on myself then.
There you go. +4. You're not wearing any armor.
Nope.
Works great.
I got a bunch of these.
It works great on you, yeah.
Yeah, it works fantastic on you. You got the cloaks. Your cloaks are suddenly very rigid. All right, so you've got mage armor on. So remember that you get +4 on top of your AC. Now it is Snapper and Bjorn. Next up is Lama and Beltran. All right. What are you guys gonna do? So you're passing. So how are you getting there? Are you going past Phineas?
Well, my assumption is that even though Lama now takes up the size of a building, that I can still move through a friendly square. Is that correct?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Absolutely. What I'm saying is that if you wanted to,
Yeah,
you
so
could go
no-
straight south and then over.
No.
You know, so that you would get a chance to
Good
get
try
a
there.
full view of the.
No, I appreciate your attempted help, but no, I'm going to pass through this area to this corner to then come down here.
Okay. Perfect. All right. So is that one move?
No, that's a double. That's a double move. I'm done.
It's a double. Okay. Snap. What about you, buddy?
I'm going to move. Oh, I gotta change my.
I gotta change the way I strut my stuff. All right, so you're at the crossroads there. You're gonna go south and expose yourself to the.
No, I am staying behind Llama.
Okay, all right. So you're behind Nolan and Llama.
I thought Nolan was moving, so.
Well, he's not. He's moved from there. He's just right behind Llama. He just dumped a bunch of spells on her.
All right.
How big is Llama? Does Llama fit down?
Llama started at 6 feet, so she's about 11 feet tall now.
Does she fit down this?
Yeah. She does, but what'll happen is you end up having to deal with the squeeze rules. You remember the squeeze rules?
No.
All right. Well, let's
Sound
see.
like fun, but-
They're not good.
If you're in a large,
We get through the halls as fast as possible, get to an open spot.
so if you move through, so just take a look at the squeeze. That's not the squeeze.
Well, I was just gonna.
Mom's got a squeeze box she wears on her chest.
I was just gonna hang out here until stuff started happening, as long as I can fit there.
It's happening.
Yep, it's happening. It's
It's the happening.
They're not
Squeezing.
on to
In
us.
some cases, you have to squeeze into or through an area that isn't as wide as the space you get up. You can squeeze through or into a space that is at least half as wide as your normal space. Each move into or through a narrow space counts as if it were 2 squares, so difficult terrain. And while squeezed in a narrow space, you take a -4 penalty on attack and a -4 penalty to AC.
But the second I step out of my squeezed area, I've got full range of motion.
You're fine then.
Oh yeah, absolutely. As long as you're all that disappears once you have room.
And nobody's identified any of us, so it's not really happening. We're
No, the
seeing-
two dim-balled Gebites looked right at you guys and didn't see you because they rolled a crappy stealth.
Right, and it looks like this hallway back here or this alleyway back here is wider
It's actually, I get my full 40, and then
as
I-
opposed
They're
to
all roughly equivalent.
as opposed to going up here.
Say that again. I was talking to Gordon. We were postulating.
From the point of view of squeeze rules, either one of those, to address your question.
Oh, to go through here?
Yeah, going down each one of those, she's still going to succumb to squeezes. Anytime she has to go down a 5 foot wide.
Those are all 5 foot. Okay.
Yeah, the bigger map squares are 10 feet.
But I can't
The
fit
little
here.
red squares. You can fit
Go
there.
down past Bjorn to there if you want to get
Yeah,
in the
but that's
open.
going to be exposed, though. I really don't want to attract attention yet. Okay, so then it's half my rate anywhere I go, right?
Yep, and you're squeezing now.
Okay. Tell me when it's my turn.
Well, Bjorn went. Snapper, did you go? Yeah, are you going to do anything besides come in there? Like up in behind Nolan, Doug?
No.
Okay, so it's
I've already
now.
cast all my spells. I mean,
Okay, Lama, Beltran, it's you guys. It's your turn.
Lama's just moving 40. That's half her speed since she squoze. Can you ult me?
Okay, where are you going? I can't wait to see this. So you're going to go out there and fight those guys?
That's where I'm going.
You got 5 foot squares, so you can.
Those
go.
are 5. Oh, yeah, that's right. No, I'm okay.
You can
yeah.
get to like there.
That's 1, 2, actually 3, 4. No, I was going to go here.
Okay.
Ult me.
All right, so you're going to the edge there?
Yep.
Is anybody watching the devil? Can you see him? Let me give him. So yeah, Bjorn, you can see him. Bjorn, give me a perception check. So you're watching this guy, and when you're watching him, he's got the Ranseur in his hand, and he's telling his guys he's up there, somewhere up there. Go look. And then suddenly you see him just kind of go.
Hey, I took a shower last week.
He's not looking at you, Bjorn. He's looking sort of. Well, I mean, you don't know that Lama's there because you can't see Lama, but he's looking at something else in between you and him.
Okay.
Yeah, he smells something. He's like, you can see him getting. Well, it's hard to tell. Like I said earlier, it's hard to tell with devils, but he seems like he's angrier. He's getting irritated. All right. So that's Lama. Beltran, what are you doing? Where are you even? Oh, there you are. You're way back there.
I'm there.
Didn't you say
How tall are these
30
buildings?
foot and we had no way?
Hey, Les, how tall are these buildings?
Some of them, depending on, most of them are one-story buildings, which means the roofs are about 15 foot high. The one where Leonard is right now, he's about 15 feet off the ground, although there's a small sort of larger up thing that is next to him that's probably another 8 feet high. So if he was on top of that little thing that's to the right of Leonard, he'd probably be 20 to 25 feet in the air. And you can see a lot of these buildings have peaked roofs. There are multiple levels, that kind of thing. That typically that's indicative of higher. If you see one with a peaked roof like this, usually that peak is going to be about 25 feet high.
So is that flat or kind of flat?
Where Leonard is?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's flat.
For what?
Okay.
0.78.
I'm going to tell Rendell as I walk past him, do you want to go rooftop?
Yes, please.
And then I'm going to say, come over here. And I'm going to walk to right here.
Okay.
Cast the spell levitate.
Okay.
So I'm not going this round, but next round when he gets here,
you're going to levitate upwards?
I'm going to grab him and we're going to levitate up to this roof.
Okay.
Awesome. Thanks, Beltran.
Cool. All right. Rendell's not your turn, so you can't really go over there yet. But you will get there. All right. So, that's the end of round one. Everybody's getting in position. Now it's time for him. And I'm
going right there.
All right. So I'm going to roll. So Bjorn, you see the devil, although he's sort of like sniffing over towards you, he looks back to the north and he is going to roll a perception check to see if he sees Fiat.
Kind of a building for him right now.
Fiat,
There's no direct line. There's no direct line.
Yeah.
There's kind of a building in the way.
What?
There's a building in the way. At every possible angle, there's a building.
Keep trying.
You're talking about llama, right? Let's not fear.
Wait, hold on. Let me see. No, there he is, right there. There's nothing.
Nice, right there.
Okay, so yeah. Okay, so he's going to do a perception check to see if he sees llama. What is the perception?
I'm not taller than the building.
Once again, building in the way.
Yeah, he can't see me.
The only one possible would be Bjorn.
He can't see me either. Building in the way. I'm intentionally hiding behind a building.
All right. All right. So here's what he's going to do instead of all of these things that you guys are saying that I can't do.
You gotta pick up the book and dimensionally jump to another dimension.
He's going to step backwards a couple of feet, and he's going to look behind him and yell out. Oh, he's going to step backwards a couple of feet, and now he's in a position. All right. So the first thing he does is step backwards a couple of feet, and he's not even looking at you guys at first. He's looking behind him, and you hear him yell out. And in this case, Phineas can hear him clearly because it's very loud. You hear him yell out, "Gebite, to me! We have intruders!" And he's yelling behind him. But as his head kind of comes around, he's like, "Rook!" And let's see if he sees either of you. It's his perception check.
I'm hiding.
Pretty good. He's got a pretty good perception check. Hold on a second. Let's see.
Did you just say you're hiding?
I am. I'm like back recessed 5 feet into that
You're an
building.
11-foot tall half-orc.
Hiding a 5
With
foot down a
pigtails.
dark alley.
Whoa!
What?
They roll a 42 perception check. So yeah, he sees both of you, and you can see him. And Phineas, you hear this. You see him sort of like he takes that ranseur in his hand, and he sort of just kind of like he kind of just like you see him kind of like do like and spins it around and puts it in a combat position, and you see him smile, his little piggy smile, his little tusks coming out as he looks at both. It looks like Llama and Bjorn. You're not sure who he's looking at, but you're pretty sure he's seen all of you. Problem is he's run out of action, so he can't do anything right now. But you also see that he's beginning to speak. Like you hear him going, and you see the other hand that doesn't have the ranseur in it is making some sort of gesture in the air. Phineas, you're up. You've heard this. You heard this in Infernal him say, "Gebites, come to me. We have intruders." And then you hear him doing what sounds like some sort of magical, some verbal magical stuff.
So first thing I do is
He leaves.
I
This guy is alive, by the way,
okay.
but he's laying on the ground.
Well, I don't, doesn't concern me right now. I whisper to the people around me. I know they can't see me, and I'm still messaging with Fiat. I relay what he said and let him know that there's going to be a convergence to him, that he knows that we're all there, and to act accordingly.
He doesn't know we're all here. He knows that Llama's there, and he knows that Bjorn is there. That's it.
Okay. Well, all right.
Go Tit. Eric.
Well, I okay. If I know he knows specifically who's there, then I would certainly say that.
You probably
all I
hear
heard him
Bjorn
say is
something from behind his helmet. You probably hear Bjorn say, "Ah, fuck, he saw me."
Okay. So anyway, I just let him know they're on. He's on to us. He's called everyone to him. Act accordingly and keep a stiff upper lip.
All right. Are you going to do anything else? He has not grabbed the book. He's actually about 15 feet away from it. It's still just laying on the thing.
I might as well start belting out Final Countdown. So encourage.
Wait.
All right, hold on. What's the range on that? Is it
For
30?
the Inspire Courage,
Yeah,
30 feet,
30 feet. Oh,
I believe.
go ahead and set that off. See what that looks like. Diddly-dee, diddly-dee-dee. Okay, so everybody within the yellow, can you guys see the yellow?
Yep.
Everybody within the yellow sphere can hear Phineas, the disembodied voice of Phineas,
That's what I said. And then we're like,
your
no.
lawyer, begin to sing the dulcet strains of Europe's final countdown, and you feel heartened and encouraged to bring this fight to the enemy.
Which one did he do?
Inspire courage.
Hard courage.
So +2 to attack and damage.
Okay.
Llama starts singing along.
All right. We can harmonize.
We're going to have to bring this so we can blast it at the camp at Gen Con.
Yeah.
That'll be our own Inspire Courage.
Over
Then we'll
all the
inspire
other morons doing similar actions. I don't know.
exactly, and we'll also inspire Dutch Courage in a variety of ways. So, all right. So,
Dutch.
Was
Dutch
it 3
courage?
plus 2?
you never heard that? You never heard drinking alcohol referred to as being taking a shot of Dutch Courage?
I'm
No.
Dutch. I've never heard that.
Maybe that's a Chicago thing. All right.
I've heard it.
I'm Chicago Dutch, and I've never heard that.
All right, you see, so Bjorn, Lama, you see a couple of dudes come out from in between these two buildings down here. And these guys are going to, well, but they're not going to. 1, 2, 3.
Is Inspire Courage +2 or +3?
Yes, +2.
I don't know if you would see those other two dudes, probably not, but you've, you definitely see the two. Wait a sec. Oh, maybe you don't see those two. There's a freaking building right there that I missed. All right, so you don't see those guys. To the guys to the north, he says, "They're." You could hear Phineas. You will hear in Infernal. They're coming in from the east. They're in those buildings. Go fetch them. Perhaps, if we have these interlopers. This will perhaps they will allow us to complete the ritual. Catch them alive if you can.
And I relay all this to everybody. Guys, he knows we're to the east. And he's talking about some ritual that we're going to help him complete.
You got to do the accent, Andrew.
There's one. They can get to there. These guys, I just for shits and giggles, I'm going to do a quick perception. They almost fucked it up. But no, Beltran, you see these two guys come up. You see these two guys step in there, and they begin moving towards you down this hallway until they get here, and they're like, "Oh no, look at that!" And they see Lama sort of like squeezing herself between the things, and she's like, growls at them, and they're like, "Well, what do we do?" So this one keeps going. And the other one, this guy there, is going to run into Lama, although he's not there yet. He didn't have the movement rates for it. Okay. So
What kind of a stupid shit would run down a narrow hallway at a giant orc? Half orc.
Undead, mentally controlled slaves of the devil. Or other guys, maybe. I don't know. All right, so Fiat and Rindle, you guys are up now. Now it's the bottom half of the thing. My guys have all gone. They've taken their turn. So here we go. What are you guys going to do?
Let me rush to Fiat. All right, not to Fiat. I'm rushing to Beltran's side so he can levitate me. Right?
All right. So you're going there so you can get levitated. You going to do anything else? That's only one move action.
I can see these guys right here, right?
Oh, yeah, easily.
All right.
Yeah, you've still got one action left.
I think time for a little flaming spear. Bowling for guards. Right here, there's no cages right here of people, right? It's just buildings.
Show me again where? Where you guys are? No, there's no cages. All the cages are either in the far north or the far south of the town.
I'm gonna bowl for guards right here with a flaming ball.
Flaming spear. Flaming spear, did you say? Or
Flaming sphere, yeah.
Sphere, okay. Let me just say. So you're just going to
My
roll
favorite go-to.
there. Wow, Flaming sphere is a badass spell for the level. Burning glow of fire rolls whichever direction you point, burns. It moves 30 feet per round as part of the movement. It can ascend or jump 30 feet to hit somebody. That's fun.
And it can turn, right?
It can turn, yeah. You control it. You direct as long as the sphere moves, as long as you actively direct it, which is a move action, which you can do. Otherwise, it merely stays and rests and burns. Okay, so you basically got like go get those guys.
Yep.
All right, flaming sphere. Is there a saving throw? Reflex negates.
So.
Reflex negates, my good man.
All right.
However, the reflex save on these guys is not exactly something you want to write home about.
Look at my mage armor.
I've got to go to the little dog's room. I'll be back.
Okay. All right, what's the DC on that?
One
On that
second.
reflex
DC,
save?
yeah, it's DC 15. Let me double check. DC 17.
17. First guy, second guy. So the first guy takes the brunt of it. The second guy leaps out of the way. He actually, well, he wouldn't take a 5 for 7. He's just going to jump up, and it does miss him. Now, is this a multi-round thing? Can you, like, roll that around? It's 1 round per level. So I'm going to get you a flaming sphere.
It's going to roll for a while here.
On the thing. Yeah, it's going to roll around.
It goes 30 feet, right, up to 30 feet per round. And are these 5-foot squares?
Yes, these are the red ones are 5-foot squares. Yes.
Right. So after it hits those 2 guys, it turns the corner and starts chasing the other 2 guards.
So it's turning to the north.
Yep. So I'm heading for that guy.
All right, hold on a sec.
So I materialized it right here and rolled into him.
Beautiful. All right, hold on.
I put my special bowling glove on to do it. Chalked up.
That's one heck of a hook.
All right,
Okay.
so it starts. Where does it start? Like right there?
I'm gonna put it a little ahead of him
All right, wait.
so I can get
check-
maximum
Let me
distance.
check the range. Oh, you can
100-foot
start it.
range.
It's 110 foot per level. You can start that thing anywhere. All right, where are you going to start it? You can start. You can start right on top of this guy if you want.
Basically right on top of the guy. That's why he
All
couldn't
right.
avoid it.
All right, and
And
it's
then
going to
we're
go
gonna-
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yep.
All right.
They gotta
so
roll. They gotta roll too.
They got to roll their saving throws too. Hold on. Say 17. So, boom. What was that? I didn't see it. Okay, he made his, and then he missed his. So lands stops on the rear guy, and so he and the first guy take damage. So
All right. So
what's the
3d6
damage rolls? 26.
3d6, right? I'm just looking at 3d6, right? So
I think it's more than that.
I thought it was more too.
Oh,
I'm
3d6
looking
of
here.
fire damage to the creature. Yeah. So yeah, 3d6.
I'm looking at first flaming sphere greater. If you want to give me flaming sphere greater, we can, do that.
Even I can't give you that.
All right.
Because even as a DM, I'm disallowed from doing that. It's the Gygaxian law.
Okay, Monty Hall, come on, give me a 3d6. Okay, no, here we go. 3d6, and whoops,
Lay it on me,
I
home
did
slice.
not -2. Boom.
12 pointages of damage. All right,
Right
so
down the middle.
here we go. So 12. Okay,
It's a good roll.
that's a good roll. It hurts these guys. They are unhappy.
No, it can come rolling back next turn. So
I got to
I
move
wanna
the
think
spear
about-
out of the way for a second. I just so I
Oh, I didn't see those new guards up there.
Well, there's a whole crew of them up there, man.
I think I'm gonna roll through
But
everybody.
I don't know that you know that they're there.
Yeah, you're probably right. I'll
Actually,
see these
you
guys.
you might, because you were in a position to see them last time. Give me a quick.
Beltran was levitating me to the roof too.
Oh, that's a good point. All right, so that's what the sphere is there. They've taken their damage. Excellent work, Rindle. Coming through.
Beltran, which roof are you levitating me to?
The reason I chose there is so you can do either this one or this one, whichever one you want to step off on.
I think I'll do this one. This one.
That one right there?
Yeah.
All right. All right, Eric, you're up.
Okay. All right.
That's never mind. Go ahead. Sorry.
Okay. I think I can dispense with stealth.
You're still invisible.
Right.
Now, and you don't think the guy, so you don't think the guy can smell you at this distance. What you do see is all of the Gebites who were sort of hunting you initially have now moved. Like you heard the devil say something. You don't speak Infernal, right? Okay, so you heard the devil say something. And all of these guys sort of turned and ran to the east. You're basically alone. You don't know. You don't think the guy can smell you from this far. You're pretty far away. But all the Gebites who you thought were hunting you are not hunting you anymore. And you can see them sort of like lighting into the area where your friends are.
All right. Okay, that's both good and bad. I cannot see either the devil or his book.
Nope, you cannot. But you do know that it's to your south. I mean, you've seen it before.
Yes. What I want to do is move south as fast as I can.
Okay, so you reverse your direction. You're not going to go around building 3?
Yeah, you know, because I think what I want to do.
Because if you go south, if you enter the fountain, let's just call it Fountain Square. If you enter Fountain Square from the north, going due south, you'll be running right at where the devil is standing, and he's looking in that direction. He's actually looking off to the northeast, but you'd be running right at him.
Okay, you know, well.
And if he does have scent, he'll detect you, and if he does have see invisibility, he'll detect you there too.
Shit. All right, you know, all right. Good point. Good.
You hear me, Eric? Just
Yes.
because he detects you doesn't mean that he can necessarily do something before you do. If you
Right.
plan your turns right.
He would have seen you before if he had the ability.
I'm hoping that he's so
We're going to distract him. He's going to be.
distracted. All right, you know what? Okay, I'm gonna move rapidly west.
Okay.
Then south down that alley. Yeah.
All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You can get, if you use your both movement rates, you can get to here.
Here. All right.
See where the circle is? You can get to
Yeah.
there in this round.
All right. Great. Then that's it then. All right.
Okay, cool. Nolan, I'm sorry?
If he's running, he does quadruple that, actually.
Does he?
He wasn't stealthing anymore. I mean, he could run and do twice that.
That is the rule.
Yeah, he could. Do you want to do that?
I kind of want to try to grab that book and then scram.
Okay.
So, yeah.
That was
All
how
right.
I'd be running.
So I was here. I
Well,
think.
okay. All right.
I think so. How far can I get?
All right. So if it's, do we remember how we determine whether it's quadruple or triple for runs?
I don't know. We decided it's quadruple a long time ago. That's what we've been using for a long time.
Full
but
on
it's not-
run
it's
is
not the same
quadruple
for every
normally.
run.
No, he cannot stealth at all doing that.
No, he already gave up stealth.
Yeah.
Right, but being
Well,
invisible,
right, but he's invisible, so he hasn't
he can either
totally.
get here, or he can turn
4 times if you're wearing light, medium, or no armor, you can run 4. If you're wearing heavy armor, you would do times 3.
Okay, I'm dressed only in leather.
Okay, so you can move quadruple your speed. So right now, if you do a full run,
Yeah.
you can move 24 squares.
Okay, so
But now let me see. Let me have a big. There's a big but here. If you are
really,
that's if that's all you do. Now, if you're going to slow to like grab the book or run through somewhere, I mean that in itself is going to be that's going to slow you down.
okay,
right, but with the quadruple, he can get either here or here.
And just because they say quadruple doesn't mean you can run. You can go triple and stop and hold yourself short, but you can get a lot closer than double.
right.
Sure.
Okay, what I want to do is run real fast right here and stop.
Okay, you gonna stop there?
Yeah, and next turn I'm gonna get that book.
All right, give me a perception check.
Sure, coming up.
Love his confidence.
I'm gonna do the
That's
same.
Where's my 1, 2, 3? Shit.
All right.
Plus-
All right, and give me a stealth roll.
Okay. Don't screw this up.
All right, 18 plus 20 is 38.
Plus, what does he have? 13?
15.
Mm-hmm.
All right, you peer around that corner and you see that this devil is looking towards Llama and Bjorn. You don't know if he sees. You don't think he sees you. Okay.
Run.
All right. So is that it for you, Fiat?
One quick message to Phineas.
All right.
Run.
My 15 group: Nolan, Leonard, and Sven.
Everybody run!
Nobody's gonna run.
Les, I begin casting a spell.
Okay. Oh, you begin casting a spell. All right.
With my lesser meta magic rod of extend.
And extend. Okay. Do we know what we're getting?
Yes, we do. Air elementals.
Air elementals. Okay, great. I love those.
I'll tell you how many here in a second.
All right, sounds good. Okay, that's Leonard. What about Nolan and Svenno?
Nolan, you want to go?
I'm going to move to there and cast Protection from Evil on Bjorn.
Okay. You can see that the devil sees you clearly.
Is he wearing Prada?
Yes, he is wearing a Prada loincloth. some sort of really nice shoe.
Three. Last three of them.
Three of them. Are they small?
They are small air elementals.
Give me a amount of hit points.
17.
All right. So Nolan, you can see this guy sees you, and you. What did you give to Bjorn?
Protection from Evil.
Protection from Evil. Okay, great. Sven, Snapper, you and Bjorn are up next.
Okay.
I will move here.
All right. You see the guys coming down the hallway.
I take 2 shots at the one in front.
Ooh, do you have precise shot?
I do.
Oh, that's nice.
And point blank.
And point blank. But point blank's not an issue here.
Did you do a 5-foot step?
We did. No. But
No,
I
it's more like a 15-foot step.
have quick shot too.
So you
Or
just get a
rapid shot.
single shot.
No, I get rapid shot.
Yeah, rapid shot's a 4-round action.
Oh, that's right. Sorry. Okay. Good shot.
One reason I know that is because I use the same thing.
Yep.
And can you remind me what the music is?
Final countdown. So it's Aura of Courage.
Aura of Courage.
+2 attack and +2 damage.
Yep.
Which is freaking amazing.
Ooh, 15 to hit. Let me take a look, see. That is not going to hit, my friend.
Yeah, it was a crappy shot.
It was indeed a crappy shot. That's okay. It just goes flying off in the other direction. All right, so that's you, Svenno, Snapper, and Bjorn. I think the fighting is about to commence in earnest. Am I right? Am I wrong? I don't know. Bjorn and Snap.
Snap's coming out of here.
I was going to say, don't all rush in to start at once.
These are 5-foot squares.
The red squares are 5 foot. The bigger squares on the map are 10 foot.
What is it?
You would care about that.
Okay. So, Chuck, are you waiting? Is Bjorn waiting for Snapper to do whatever he's doing?
Yeah, no. And Snapper just moved down to that building.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to begin casting a spell.
Yeah, I'm. What I was originally going to do is probably not a good idea because now we have a smushy that's in the face of the devil.
A smushy.
Yes, a squishy character is now being seen.
That's Nolan. All right. All right, Bjorn. Bjorn steps out.
I'm going to move to here. and try to get the devil's. Well, I shouldn't have to try.
You got his attention.
I'll clang longsword on shield and get his attention.
Hey,
All right.
if I got a question. If I know I can't cast a spell, but if after moving that distance, which was my full movement, could I use a scroll? No.
Reading a scroll is a standard action.
Okay, just asking.
Now, if you did a double move, right? Or did you?
My movement's 20, so I just moved down 20.
So you just did a single move.
Yeah.
So yeah, you could read a scroll.
Okay.
Or cast a spell. Depending on the spell.
I'm gonna hit this guy with a searing light.
Searing light. Okay, so let's. I can never remember the specs on it, but it does affect outsiders.
Yeah. Okay. And I have a slight question that's really kind of for Mike. I did a single movement. If I fight defensively, what does that do?
Takes 4 away from your attack and adds 2 to your AC.
Okay. Well, then I'm going to move here, attract its attention, and fight defensively.
Okay. You must succeed on a ranged touch attack. The outsiders do not get any special problems with this thing, so Searing Light will do 1d8 per 2 levels, 2 caster levels. So I think in your case it'll be 3d8.
3d8.
Right? Okay.
Yep.
All right, but you got to get a ranged touch attack on this dude first. And you have to beat spell resistance.
Yeah, but like I said, I mean, it's not. This is kind of a bonus for me. +4. Natural 20.
Nat 20 on the hit. Roll to confirm. That's the potential magical crit, which is awesome. Let me do so. This was a touch attack. Let me see if a 12 will hit him. No, that is a miss. So it is a crit. So you would get exploding dice on the thing. However, you do need to beat his spell resistance. So hold everything there while I get the spell resistance thing so I don't screw this up. Here we go. Reference sheet magic, version 28. Spell resistance. Spellcaster makes a check D20 plus your caster level. $23 will make it. So you did hit him. So 3d8 of I guess searing light damage. Let me double check he's not immune to searing light. Oh, that's too bad. He is immune to searing light.
And he's not undead.
No, he's not undead. He is an evil outsider. Go ahead and roll 12 points of searing light damage, and it does work. It does hit him, and you hear him. He doesn't scream out, but he's
is that double damage though, or?
Well, ooh, yeah, you got exploding dice, so you got an 8. So roll another d8. Just a regular d8. You don't get any bonus.
Yeah.
4. Okay, so another 4 points of damage of exploding. So he doesn't cry out or anything. He just sort of actually kind of just looks at you, and he has a bit of a confused look on his face. You can see that the searing light has singed, part of his abdomen and his body. There's a mark on him where it hit, but he seems puzzled a little bit, but he also seems to grow in recognition that it's not just these two people, these two people in the thing who he smells. He's also, but after you hit him, he also looks at Bjorn, who is got his sword and he's hunkered down and he's sort of moving slowly towards him, and he just he kind of it's hard to tell with these infernals, but you think he might be smiling.
Question, looks like he's missing the +2 bonus. Would that have made a difference?
Yeah. Well, no, on damage, I think the Aura of Courage doesn't. It doesn't affect spells, does it? Well, maybe it does.
If there's a to hit form, it does, but
Yep.
not.
All right, I took another 2 points off. All right.
Thank you.
The snap. Bjorn, it's your turn.
Oh, Bjorn just moved.
Wait, it's my
He just-
turn
he just
again?
went.
I just went.
Oh wait, did you move? Oh, you moved forward and you've gone into like full defense or fighting defensively?
Yeah, I'm fighting defensively.
Fighting defense.
1,000 hit points.
All right, remind me what fighting defensively is. You take
It's a -4 to hit if I attack, but it's a
Jeez.
+2 to armor class.
+2 to armor class. Okay, cool. All right, so you're just in there. So Lama and Beltran, you guys are up.
Go ahead, Beltran. I'll go next.
Rindle and I are levitating up to this roof.
Okay.
That's my move action.
All right.
So Rindle, you're up here.
Put him here. All right, so you guys are about 12, 15 feet up off the ground.
Yep. So that creature is within 50 feet of me, right?
Let's see.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would think even with the problems of the Pythagorean theorem, yeah. And then keep in mind, this creature is tall. It's a large creature. It's probably 11 or 12 feet tall itself.
Okay.
It's large. Yeah, it's large.
I am casting prayer.
Okay.
Which gives all my guys +1 to pretty much everything.
All right.
And gives all your guys -1 to everything.
Oh, I hate that.
Good to me.
All right. Cool. All right. That's what you're doing. You've cast prayer.
What did you cast? You cast prayer and it gives us what? I'm sorry.
+1 to pretty much any roll you have to make.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Okay, Lama.
I know. Hang on.
Up higher.
You can see Bjorn. Bjorn is coming out, and he is being very cautious. But he is in full So the thing about it's funny. You guys are you and Bjorn, while being the two sort of melee specialists here, are two very different fighters. You wade into battle, lashing about with that scimitar, and just you exult like a berserker. You exult in battle. Bjorn is very much, at least unless Chuck tells me different, is very much sort of a scientific soldier. He looks for every advantage. He has the right armor. He's in place. This is a guy who has made a career and a life out of being a guy who plays it smart as a fighter, as opposed to brash.
Oh,
He's an intelligent fighter.
we're not alike at all then.
No.
Well, yeah, no, I guess. Well, I mean, other than both being
The end result's the same. Just
dead people on the
you guys
floor.
get at it differently.
Yeah, I mean, you guys.
We have Bjorn. We have hope. I mean, he might be intelligent.
Bjorn, call your mount.
He's a new guy.
All right, Llama's gonna roll out here and say, "Come on, giant, let's have some fun."
All right, where are you going?
I am going straight up to take one attack on this guy. With
You go out, huh? Okay.
With reach, I should be able to do it there.
Oh yeah, everybody's got reach. 35 to hit?
Yeah.
All right.
Everyone's been buffing up the berserking, raging half-orc.
Yep.
All right. 35 is a hit. You hit him.
That's what we do.
Does your sword have any sort of well, it's flat out with just it's actually a +2 sword. Okay. All right. So it will I don't think it will bypass DR in this case. 20 points. Okay. So you lay a vicious slash across, which he only sort of backs off just a teeny bit. But you do feel like your weapon is not entirely getting through. But this is obviously, I mean, you know that this is probably going to be, as you wade in, this guy is probably going to be the biggest combat challenge of your career.
This is gonna be fun.
All right, that's Lama. Beltran already went, so that's the end of that round. And now it's my turn. Allow me, Lama, to retort. He puts one of his disgusting feet back, and just for fun, he is going to do a full pole arm attack. This thing is moving so fast you can barely see it. And he's going to make a full attack on you, Lama.
Yeah, I'm thinking I'm going to get hit, but hopefully Phineas is fast and we can end this quick. I'm ready.
All right.
Yeah.
First, so he gets 4 attacks.
4 attacks.
With the Ranseur. First one.
Miss.
Is that a miss?
No, it's not a miss.
He
can't miss me. Yeah, unless he fumbles, he can't miss me.
Second attack, 22. You almost fumbled. 22 hit?
Yeah, they're all going to hit less unless you fumble. He's got
His bonus is going down.
My bonus keeps going down.
Oh, okay.
13?
Yeah, the last one misses.
Okay, so 3 hits as this thing comes around. Hold on a second. So
Things are gonna get bloody.
Oh, not flame strike. That's not what I want.
Gordon just went to get more rum. I think he's having sympathetic pain. Sympathy.
Okay, so it's
to staunch your wounds, no doubt.
flaming. There were no crits. Sad for me. I love crits. D6. Okay. All right. So first things first. Weapon damage is 6 plus. Ooh. You're not gonna like this at all.
Oh, I knew it was going to hurt. Live large or go home.
Weapon damage is 46.
Okay.
46 points.
What else you got?
I got fire damage because the blade of the damn thing is super hot.
Well, that's going to cauterize my wounds. I'm all about that.
Yeah, no bleed, which is
that
not.
rages you more, right? That causes more berserker.
Do I get a double rage?
Double
nine points of fire damage from the blazing the heat of the blade. So a total of 55 points of damage as this guy just goes full on ninja with this Ranseur. And he's smiling the whole time.
Okay. It hurts, but I giggle.
No. Boy, that's bold. That's bold. All right, Phoenix, you're up. Oh, well,
Don't forget you got potions.
Hold that thought. I'll be right back.
Yeah. How many light potions can you drink in one round?
I really don't
pop
want to
them all.
I really don't want to stop to drink potions right now.
You can't survive another round of this.
I think as a berserker, you choose at the height.
Probably going to have to just take another swing and then take half a move action and move around to flank. I'll hit.
Lama, I think you don't have to drink them. You're so large, you could probably just chew the potions into little shards in your mouth, and that'll just
You need to get back behind Bjorn, let him do his job, and then once we heal you back up, then you can come and flank with him. And
I'll take my first attack next time and then move.
In my next round, I'm going to charge. I'll get between her and him and get an attack.
Well, if you do that, then I can't get one attack before I move.
You have reach. I don't. You can get an attack.
I can reach right over you?
Yeah, I don't have reach. You do.
Okay.
You have reach just because you're.
And if I get between the two of you and he wants to attack me, he has to take a 5-foot step, which takes him out of range of you.
Okay. Sounds good.
All right. That was him. Phineas is up. Sorry, I keep jumping off. I drank a whole pot of green tea. It turns my kidneys into a loose gate.
All right.
Phineas, you're up. What are you going to do?
I'm going to cast message on Pigface.
Really? Okay.
And I am going to tell him that he needs to look behind him because we have a a group thrice our size sneaking up on him.
Okay, so
Invisible ice dragon.
normally, oh, there's no saving throw and no spell resistance. All right, okay. So you're gonna send him a message and basically, Phineas, you come in behind him and you say, surrender, or you tell him to surrender because we've got a whole army coming up from the south?
Well, no, but that's a good idea. I was just trying to distract him by saying we've got 3 times our size coming up from behind you. And then I could say, surrender.
You're gonna
Surrender now and we'll go light.
Surrender Dorothy.
Surrender Dorothy.
If we scare him too much, will he grab the book and blink?
Speaking of good band names.
Oh, good question.
So, all right. So
I just want him to
look the other way.
Yeah.
All right. So this is a great plan. Let me. Where is it? All right. What would be the will? What would be the will save of? Actually, it's a bluff. All right, so it's a bluff check. So it is a contested bluff check, which I would do as sense motive.
Right.
Oh boy. All right, so make a bluff check at your maximum bonus, and I will make a sense motive check at his sense motive bonus. And we'll see if he turns to look.
Ooh. Oh.
Oh, jeez.
He does not turn to look. He mentally he laughs and says, "A paltry attempt at deception. I know."
Okay, you got another good roll out of Les's hand.
That's a solid roll. A natty 18 plus 8, enormous bonus. So yeah, he's like a paltry child's deception. You cannot fool me with your paltry, tedious little lies. All right, so that's Phineas. The Gebites are now. You forgot about the dozen guys that are now coming up. 2.
Do I still have some movement?
Yeah.
All right, I need to. Let's see. How much can I move after?
1 move
casting?
action.
The 30 probably.
Yeah.
I can't get too close. Well, I'm invisible, so what the hell? I need to make sure I've got the fighters cover. Yeah, that'll cover Llama. Okay.
All right, so you're there.
Yep.
Give me a perception check real quick.
Okay.
All right. Phineas, my good man.
Yes.
I'm sending you a message. All right. So he's going to get 1 attack. This guy comes out here. This guy runs to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's running that way. These guys scatter 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. All right. And this guy is going to try and run away. That way, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. He's just stop there. He runs away from the fire. All right. So out of all these guys, he doesn't see you. He doesn't see you. He doesn't see you. We get one attack against Sven, the Sven Meister General. He's going to try and hit him with a scimitar. +9. Sven, does 12 hit you?
No way.
No. So he was a little disconcerted by the fire damage he took from this sphere last time. So he doesn't get his attack off as well as he could. But he is coming your way. Now he's up in your grill. So that's it for my guys. Fiat and Rindle. Now Rindle, you're on the roof. Fiat, you're coming around there. Fiat, you just saw Lama just run up and get pummeled by this guy. He's just like. You remember the second Hellboy movie where Prince Nuada is like kicking Hellboy's ass? This is kind of what it looks like, only it's the demon, the devil, who's just as big as Lama.
And Hellboy wasn't giggling.
No, he wasn't giggling. But Lama's giggling, even though she's got three or four at least new cauterized wounds on her arms, and I mean. She's just laughing in the face of certain death, frankly.
So you can speak anytime, even if it's not your turn, right?
Yep.
So I'm going to call from where I'm at. We need to stay here. Lama, get back here.
Lama, retreat!
Aw, Dad.
You gotta tell a barbarian to retreat? That was a waste of a free action.
It's an Asimar. They don't think about things in the same way.
I do free actions all day long.
Well, it's Fiat and Rindle are up, so Lama may get that opportunity. So we'll see. So Rindle, what are you doing? Or Fiat, what are you doing? So you're gonna make a break for? You gonna try for the thing?
Yep. All right. Please.
Dun dun.
Speech is a free action. I'm standing next.
I love how all these rangefinders are going off all over the place. It's like. What are you guys gonna do? Rindle. Fiat.
All right.
This is
So
Fiat. Anyways, this is the culmination of your plan to nab the book. However,
Right.
things have gone a tiny bit awry. You're a little worried.
I got this. What I want to do is run up to there, grab the book, and then go back.
So like just run up there and then run back towards building 3. All right, so
Boom.
here's the problem. When you do that, because running is usually a full round action. So so I'm gonna think. So
He has a move and picks it up.
He has a move and picks it up. The problem is normally that would. So here's the thing. He only moves 20. So if we do it like, all right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if he hustles, he'll get to the book and pick it up, but he can't do anything else. He'll be stuck there for this round.
That's fine. Look. I will run up, grab the book, and then I will duck down behind the fountain.
All right, so when you say duck down, are you going to throw yourself prone? Or are you just going to like hunker? Actually, the fountain wall is about 4 feet high, 3.5 4 feet high. So you're only like 2. What's your height?
Well, the hobbits range from 3 to 4 feet. I'm 3.5 feet high.
3.5. All right, so yeah, you could hunker down pretty easily if you want to try and like be out of sight of the creature. All right, so go ahead.
Are you telling me to run, Fiat?
I'm not saying that out loud.
Not yet. That's probably what he's thinking. He needs you there.
That book just disappeared when you picked it up, too.
Run.
All right.
Everyone's telling me to run? Man.
Run.
Man.
Man, that doesn't sound like something Llama would do, frankly.
Run.
She's raging. She's not going to run, guys.
I know.
All right. So
We're just telling her to.
So Fiat, you run over there and grab that book.
Got it.
Make a perception check.
Okay. Yeah.
Hey, Don,
Yeah.
check your chat on Zoom. I sent you a question.
Okay.
Give me a stealth roll. 8 plus 20 is 28. Plus 2. What's your normal stealth bonus?
My stealth is plus 15.
Oh, wait, you won't get the stealth bonus because you're moving a full move action. So you still get the 2, you still get 22, 30. Fiat, that 19 perception check, you see as you run up, you see the guy, he's like, and he looks over at you, and you see him looking directly at you, and you see him mouth a word. He actually says a word, and you don't understand that it's Doka. But Phineas, you understand the word, and you heard this guy just say, "Little thief." And he's looking right at you. You're invisible, but he is looking right at you. All right, that's you.
Does he have the book though?
He's got the book.
Got the
So
book.
I guess at this point I yell, Fiat, he's on to you. Run.
Dog, I replied.
I know.
Does Llama know he's got the book?
Do you speak? I don't think you would. You just got clocked for 55 points of damage. You're in probably the toughest fight of your life right now. So I don't know that you would have even seen him. He's invisible. You wouldn't have seen him. You wouldn't necessarily be paying attention to the book and see if it had disappeared.
When he picked it up,
Okay.
it disappeared though.
The Rindle's turn.
If I was conscious enough to.
The book is indeed now in your possession, and technically it's invisible as well.
Oh, shit.
Hey, Les.
Yeah,
Is it Rindle's turn?
it is indeed.
All right. So, just to recap, for me to move this rolling flaming sphere, it's a move action, right?
It's a move action for you to
Okay.
concentrate to like steer it around.
But I also get a free 5-foot step, right?
Yeah, of course.
All right. So here's my 5-foot step to here. It's all going to come down to timing here. So I'm going to slide in here.
Okay.
I'm rolling my ball back down. I'm going to bowl for guards along this way, along the llama's escape path here. We don't need
All
you
right,
guys.
so the sphere can move 30 feet.
30 feet. Yep. So it's going to get at least one guy here. At least
It'll get one guy, yeah.
So he's got to make a reflex save.
All right. And it's against 17.
Yep. DC 17.
The reefs on these guys is +4. So that's going to be not necessarily as easy as it's not a walk in the. It's not a gimme. It's definitely not a gimme. All right.
Why don't you just lay down while I roll you over. With
All right. So where did it? So where you roll it straight south, right? 1, 2, 3.
Straight south.
4, 5, 6, and just stop on this dude. That's 30 feet away. All right. So yeah, give me the damage. 3d8.
14.
14 points of. I'm gonna move it forward here. Hold on a second. 14 points.
Now,
okay, fire damage. You hear him like,
Add 2. Need to add 2 to that.
Will you put the fireball on him so we know where it is next time?
yeah, I'll put it right back. He was getting in the way of.
Yep.
He was getting in the way of the.
Accurate count.
Yeah, no, I got you.
All right, now for the main
it
event.
rolls back over him. All right.
All right, so I am exactly 35 feet from said monster dude here, right?
Correct.
All right, I'm going to attempt my third level spell.
I love that you're doing this Doctor Strange shit where you're like directing the flaming sphere, and at the same time you're 5-foot stepping and casting a spell. That you're like ambidextrous. You're ambidextrous.
I'm going to be am a elementalist too, because now I'm casting ice spear.
Ice spear. All right, let's see what that does. So you
That's
first you cast
spear, not sphere.
Gotcha.
Let me just throw that here.
Ice spear.
It's a reflex for a half plus.
All right, plus the chance of getting knocked on his ass.
That's what I'm hoping for.
Not.
You don't need him chasing the llama or the book, so I'd like him to be laying on the ground for a minute.
So reflex save. So what's the reflex save on this?
It's going to be, well, is it reflex? It'd be in my DC 18.
DC 18. So his reflex save bonus is 17. So the only way he could miss this is if he rolls a 1. So here it comes. You ready? Here it comes.
1.
Oh.
Natty 20. All right. So
Okay.
but ice spears still do stuff. So it's
And we got his 20 out of the way.
Yeah, exactly. Got one of those fatal crits out of the way.
Yeah, no kidding. So it takes 2d6 points of piercing damage and 2d6 points of cold damage. But he is not knocked prone because he made his
You'll me roll those separately, or just call it all one, or what do you want to do?
What did I say? Physical and cold. So he does
2 and 2, both d6s.
Hold on, I just had.
It'd be 4d6 or it'd be 2d6 twice, whatever you want.
2d6 of piercing, 2d6 of cold. I do want you to roll them separate because he does have resistance to cold.
Okay.
Weirdly enough.
5. That's the cold, and here's
All
the
right.
piercing.
So no cold damage, 7 piercing damage. So the spears come up out of the ground, pierce him, and you can hear him sort of like he's backing away, but he doesn't lose his. This
thing is pretty damn large. It's like a 5 foot. No, it's a 5 foot square. I see. Okay.
Does he get the +2 on those damages?
He does. I keep forgetting.
Oh, right. Thank you.
And what about the bless +1?
That would be an attack.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Right.
So
don't forget add the +2 to the burning guard up there too. Then.
Oh yeah, I forgot that.
Okay, so what about the trip?
He does not get tripped. He made his save. He made his reflex save, so he does not get tripped.
Okay. All right, save against the -4 in combat.
Make sure I got that right, though. Explosive growth and also trip foes with the spears of ground. They make a combat. So the reflex is just for half damage.
Right.
So they make a combat maneuver check against any targets that take damage. He took damage. Total bonus equal to caster level plus intelligence, wisdom, or charisma modifier. In your case, I would think intelligence. So
caster is 5 plus intelligence is 5. That's +10. So that's plus 20. It's 10 plus those two things, right?
Wait, no, you don't get your regular. It's +10. So +5. You get +10 on the thing.
What's this plus? I'm sorry. What's the CMD +10?
It's a D20. You roll a D20.
Okay.
So before you roll it, I just want to tell you what his CMD is.
Do I want to know?
Which you have to beat.
Never tell me the odds, Les.
Probably in the 30s.
Higher.
Or 40s.
It's 41. So his CMD is 41, and you get a +10. You're not tripping him.
I'm rolling anyway.
Nope, didn't trip him. But a solid try. This guy's a beast, man.
Yeah, I was just hoping I could slow him down to get the book or llama away from him.
You didn't trip him, but you did damage him. So that there is that. So I know we're at 11. If you guys are okay, we've got a couple more people to go before we end the round. We'll stop at the end of the round. Does that sound okay?
Yeah.
All right. Nolan, Leonard, and Sven. You guys are up.
Okay, 3 air elemental.
We were right here, where you can move them to wherever you want.
Okay, yep. Hold on.
You should be able to move all of them too.
So they appear there.
Behind Llama.
Yeah, that's where they appear. Because they have a 40-foot range.
Okay.
So they get to move this round.
Okay.
So I tell Primary to go and grab the book and get out of there. So he moves over here, but then can't see the book anymore and can't see the halfling.
Correct.
And I tell these two to go over here and attack this guy.
Hobbit or halfling?
Both. It's the same thing.
Yeah, there's not really a hobbit in D&D.
The halfling.
Let's call it a kender.
There were trademark issues.
Yeah, there were trademark issues.
Yeah, let's call it a kender.
So the orcs, the orcs from Saruman's orcs, the orcs of the White Hand, actually referred to the hobbits as halflings at a couple of points in the books. However, it is generally considered that that hobbits refer to themselves as hobbits, but the orcs refer to them halflings because of their size, because they were half the size of humans.
And halfling wasn't trademarked, but hobbit is.
Correct.
Okay, so they're going to waste their time attacking this thing here.
All right. Yeah, it's going to be tough, man.
Oh, wait. 13 to hit?
Nope.
9 to hit?
No. No, neither of those will hit. So they're just kind of swatting back and forth. He's got these two things in front of him.
Can Llama hit through that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can hit over them, yeah.
Yeah, you can.
And Leonard delays until after Llama.
Okay. Got it. All right. Sven.
Yeah.
What are you going to do? What do you do, bud?
5-foot step. 2 shots straight at this guy.
Got it.
And let's hope I just roll a little better.
AC is 21, by the way, on these guys. Oops, no. Oh, you're in a 5-foot alley. The guy's right in front of you. Somehow your arrows are going
I
upward.
missed.
Well, he's a little nervous.
Man, you have not rolled a single hit all day, have you?
I haven't rolled anything over single digits.
Ouch, that's hurting.
I'm feeling like Chuck over here.
I know. Nolan the Barbarian. What do you think?
Nolan's going to move to there.
Okay.
And cast Cure Serious.
God, nice. Chuck, clutch move. So Cure Serious on the devil, right? 22 points back. It's not everything, but it's not nothing. Lama, get 22 points.
I can almost take a full hit again.
Almost.
How many hit points do you have after this 22?
I'm not telling you.
I just checked. All right. So that's Nolan, Snapper, and Bjorn. All right, Bjorn.
Yeah.
Time to shine, my friend. You also
Snap has got to get to here, right?
Okay.
And to burst to get Llama.
Okay. Now those two guys just came running up. You don't think they say that? You think that they're heading towards Bjorn?
I don't care. They're going to see me in a minute because I have to get close enough.
All right.
I'm going to get to right there, be on full defense, and burst.
Okay.
Can't you go around, like up a little north by Bjorn, so they have to make a move to get to you? Can you go like around the building and still be close
But
enough?
then he might not be close enough to burst and
No,
catch you.
that's right there. That's at the very edge of 30 feet.
Wow.
So anyway,
Got to stay and fight now.
another 11.
All right, another 11. And that's anybody who's wounded within 30 feet of him. So
No, I can ignore up to 3 feet.
Oh yeah. No, none of the rest of them are injured. So all the Gebites are uninjured.
And plus, they're undead, so they don't.
Oh yeah, they wouldn't get it anyway. All right, Snapper coming through in a clutch, but those guys are looking at you like, where's this guy coming from? All right, Bjorn, very curious to see what you do here. You've got Snapper just came out and burst. You've got 3 Gebites, which seem to be, well, at least 2 of them are bearing down on you. Another one seems to have popped out of the alley, and he's trying to figure out what to do next. But he hasn't definitely targeted you. The ones coming up from the south, they're definitely looking at you, Bjorn.
Yeah, well, I can't charge anymore.
Depends on who you charge. If you're talking about charging the devil, yeah, then no.
Yeah, no, I can't charge the devil anymore. But I can get here.
Oh, the Gabites are bringing their dogs. I can hear them.
Oh, can you hear my dog?
Is that your
Hear a
dog?
dog barking.
Here's somebody's dog.
Oh, she's outside, so she's being pretty loud.
A hound of a Baskerville.
Yeah, she's the hound of the Sofaville. She's a sofa whiler.
I like it.
At any rate, I'm going to move to here.
Okay.
Which is a double move, and then I'm going to fight defensively.
Fighting defensively. You get a single attack at -4.
No, I don't get an attack because I double move to get here.
Oh, you double moved. I missed that. Okay, I thought you said.
Right.
Okay, so you are just getting into position for next time. All right, here we go. Llama, you are up, and you can attack that guy if you want, or you can run away.
Lama's feeling strong.
All right.
Foolish, but she's feeling strong. She's
Full
attacking.
Full attack.
Full attack.
How many attacks do you get? Do you get 2 slashes or 1 slash?
2.
2. All right, with the scimitar. Or no, you're fighting with a +2 bastard sword now, aren't you?
That's right. 1.
Yeah. Ooh, 27 and 25. I hate to tell you this, but both of those are misses. The 27 was close, but yeah, both misses.
Did that include all the pluses for prayer, bless?
Yeah, I got them all in there,
You
Chuck.
got them all in there? Okay.
Bummer.
Okay, I'm going to take a 5-foot step this way.
Okay. You're still
I
in
wish
range.
Santa was here. He could do use with a big pile of bodies there.
Okay.
I'm still in range. If I go this way, I'm still in range too, right?
He has 10-foot reach, so with that rain sword, so yeah, you'd still be there as well. But in this case, you would be rolling.
In this case, I'll be what?
Rolling over Nolan.
No, I'm going to go this way.
Okay. All right. Leonard, you said you wanted to wait until Lama was done.
Yeah, she didn't do what I wanted, but.
I can't run away.
Did you tell her what you wanted? I was just curious, or.
No, I did not. Just everyone else did.
What, did you give her like a signal or something? Was it like this? Like.
It was the runaway signal he was hoping for.
I was feeling too strong. I couldn't run. For a minute, I thought about it.
All right, Leonard, what do you do?
Flame strike, 10-foot radius, right on top of the demon.
All right.
Now it's fire damage, but half of this is divine, so it is not reduced by resistance.
All right, 10-foot radius. Put a little fireball in there. Let's go ahead and take a look at what a 10-foot radius is going to look like here.
If you move it down a little bit, will you avoid hitting Bjorn?
Yeah, it's actually going to start here.
If you do it right there, yeah, it'll just get the big guy.
You have the distance from it? It's like 100 feet.
It's 10 feet. Hold on. All right, can you guys see that orange, that red circle?
Yep. Now move it down to here.
All right. Like that. Hold on a second. Like that?
Yeah.
All right, so you just want to do it. You throw it behind him so it roasts the dead body pile, which is nice, and just the guy himself. All right, so does he get a saving throw?
Reflex for half.
Reflex for half. All right, let's go ahead and roll that bad boy. Oh, do you want to roll?
But only for the fire portion.
Here's the reflex. 27. Also, there's spell resistance. So it's D20 plus your caster level, amigo.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you right now, spell resistance is 20.
Okay, so it's about.
So he's got resistance to fire and cold, huh?
This is from a scroll.
All right. So the
Cast at
caster
9th level.
It's cast at 9th. All right. So
it's a 5th level spell, so it has to be at least 9th level.
Got it. Look at you. All right. So it does pass through spell resistance. He is immune to fire. And he did make save. The fire just winks out around him, but it does have some divine power as well, correct?
Right. So he's going to be immune to half of it. He's going to take half this damage.
Okay.
37. Half of that is going to be
57. 16, 18.
18.
All right. Very nice. Boom. Okay. Hit him. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of that. It's already a complex.
Yeah, it's done.
All right. All right. Cool. Missed everybody.
Did you mark the damage on him?
I did. I put the damage on him. Oh, the extra 2 points? Forgot that. All right. It's back on there. All right. Last one of the evening, Beltran. I'm very curious to see what Beltran's going to do.
I'm moving to right there.
Okay, the edge of the building.
Yep.
Next to Rindle.
Bursting against undead.
What's the range?
It hits every single one of them except for these two way up by themselves.
Which two? Oh, does it hit? You sure it hits this guy?
Oh yeah.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna have to do some saving throws. Now that's will saves, correct?
Will save 16.
Ooh, so 50-50. So they have a plus. They have a +6. So I am
You roll
going
separately?
to start from clockwise down. So first guy, 18. Go ahead and roll the damage.
Holy crap.
8.
Nice.
Oh, look at
Gosh.
this. That's
Mark of the
good.
beast.
Hold on. I gotta take a screenshot of that. Hold on a second.
Yeah.
Unless you're recording this.
Yeah, I know, but I'm still gonna take a screenshot of it.
The sign of the beast.
That's right. Beltran the Beast. Hey, well, Les rolled all his saving throws. The Hobbit will enter public domain on January 1st, 2044.
Really?
It becomes public domain.
All
It'll be the next Cthulhu.
He takes 9. So half. It's say for half, right?
Yep.
Okay. So next guy rolls a saving throw. Made it. So he takes 9. -9. Next guy, 13 does not. So he's 18. That's this guy right here. Good. One next to Snapper, 19. That makes it, right?
Yep.
Ben.
Next guy, 20 makes it.
And your die rolls are amazing tonight.
I'm doing good, I have to say. I'm not ashamed.
What about the guy next to Sven?
I already did him.
Wow.
He made his save, by the way. And then now the last guy at 11 o'clock. 20.
Yeah, I'm glad we're over tonight because your rolls are.
So only one guy missed his save. Everybody
Yeah,
else
a
made it.
50-50 shot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of them.
Yep.
One of them missed.
Yep. All right. So all that damage is inflicted. Are you doing anything else? You already moved. You already did that.
Yep,
So
I'm done.
all right. So that's the end of the line. That's where we will stop and where we will start next time. So I wanted to ask you guys. This is the last encounter of this particular module. Do you guys want to go? You want to do B team next week, or do you want to go back to A team? Because otherwise, it's 3 weeks until our next B team game.
B team.
I really finishing this off. Yeah.
Either way, I'm out next week.
You're out next week. Bjorn's out.
Wait, can we use your body to soak up damage?
18, please.
Without Bjorn, I'm actually going to say let's do 18.
I'm going to be.
You know, he's our only healer for A team, right? Well, we've got 1.5 healers for A team.
Yeah.
The paladin's kind of a half healer.
Yeah.
Well, you don't know what you're. I mean,
You're
not in the middle of a pitch battle with a devil in A team either.
Right.
What are you up to, Chuck? You doing something good?
I'll be in Fort Worth for the Texas State bowling tournament. Unfortunately,
nice.
Good luck, buddy.
We could only get the 2 o'clock squad on Sunday, which means it'll take about till 4 to finish bowling, then a 5-hour drive back here. So I could probably be back home by about 10, which is not going to work, right?
Are you Central Time?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, no, you're out. You're gonna be wiped out from the tournament.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I'm not necessarily worried about that, but by the time I get home and put stuff away, I might be able to make an hour.
All right, so let's real quick. That being the case, let's do a quick show of hands. Matt, what do you vote? B team or A team?
I think we want to finish this off at B team. I'm going to be out probably the week after because I'm flying to San Francisco for Google Marketing Live.
Ooh, that sounds fun. All right, so B team. One vote for B team. Mike Phillips, what about you?
A team.
Chuck, you're
I'm going to be out, so I don't.
You're
really
going to
have
still
a
be out.
preference.
You're going to be out, but you're still going to vote.
No, I don't get a vote. I'm going to be out.
He's not taking.
He abstains.
All right,
Abstain.
he abstains. All right, so
He wants us to go to C team.
Don Leonard.
A team.
A team. Gordon.
18.
Jennifer.
A.
Eric.
I'd like to It is just, but I don't see how we can do it without Bjorn.
Okay, then I'm going to take that as a vote for A team. Andrew,
I'll abstain.
abstention. Doug,
Well, yeah, I mean, I'm only on B team, so you've got enough votes for the A team, so that's fine for me.
all right. Dan,
Can I make a suggestion, Les? Let's do A team next week and then B team the week after.
That works great for me.
Because I just heard our paladin's not going to be here, so I don't want to do A on him.
we could do that. All right, A team wins, so we're doing A team next week. What about B team the week after? Does everybody like that?
Yep.
I'm good.
Sure.
I'm okay with that.
All right, I will change the schedule and alert everybody. A team next week, B team the week after. It's been a heck of
Is
a
the
night.
schedule posted somewhere?
It's posted on the website. It's posted on tinybatman.com.
Oh, okay.
And if by any chance I get home in time to catch any part of next week, I'll log in.
All right, sounds
Wait,
perfect.
I thought we had a different website besides Tiny
Good
Batman.
luck on
We
your
have
tournament.
several websites, but the upcoming events is only on tinybatman.com. So Tiny Batman. So we've got 3 game-related websites. One of them is Bob's Death Campaign, which includes Bob's BDC and BDC. We have Late Night Game Night, which includes these games on Sunday night. But all of them end up on our primary game website, which is tinybatman.com.
Right.
And the schedule is on tinybatman.com. All right. So
Good night, guys.
A team next week, B team the week after. Thank you guys. Great night of gaming. Really appreciate it. Loved it.
Good night.
Good night, all.
All right,
Good
all.
guys.
Take care.
All right. See you, everyone.
Bye.